if they take us to Araco, there has been the place that we've seen Tanuki's Panther come through the most, but it's actually going to be Convoy of Midtown that they decide to take us to. Even though the last time we did see them being able to hold Araco and it being one of their favorite maps that they themselves have talked about, as Berber Patapim continue to show that they are going to target out Fi's Torch over and over and over. It really looks like Berber Patapim came to the conclusion that Fi's Torch was the thing that stopped them from being able to win maps.
Seems like the prevailing theory is thick thigh and lives. And indeed, he do sometimes. And there's the early protect, of course, onto Captain America. Now Virtus Pro in a little bit of a sticky situation. Maybe they could go for an early protect here. They usually go for an early protect onto the Emma. They do have a way to steal away something like a Loki. Could be.
Yeah, maybe that's how you deal with the Psylocke. You let the Psylocke through, but you save the Loki so you can have both the doppelgangers as well as the regeneration domain. A cooldown, which is just
1 second, guys. 1 second.
Then a whole strategist ultimate, given the fact that it prevents the one-shot capacity from coming on through things like a Magneto. With Berber Patapim, see that it's been a
Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing phenomenally. Hope everyone is you know, well, what can I say? What else can I say?
Then you're going up against the Loki Luna backline, which can be undesirable.
Gonna be watching the watch party. Yesterday I had an Overwatch watch party. A lot of people asked for the Modern Rival as one. I was like, yeah, why not?
Maybe you don't.
They thought about it. That was serious debate.
This could be where you like try and force the protect
Okay,
on the
so
Invisible Woman from Berber Patapim.
hey Madru, hey Pulse, hey Precode, hey Ellis, hello November, hello Golden, hello Isaac, hello Isaac Netero, hello IOO, hello XDR, hello Basha, hello Mati, hello Alex Ruiz, hello Crazy Turn, hello QWERTY, hello Prey. I already said Prey.
Virtus Pro will be saving the Ammo Frost, so even though they're not going to be able to get the
So what we're gonna be doing here, we're gonna be watching the games. We're gonna like kind of commentate, see what mistakes we can find, what good plays we can find, you know. Did you check out my new short? What do you guys think of it? What do you guys think of my new shorts? It's on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever you like.
We would potentially see the Hulk band too, so that you couldn't have the Gamma synergy team up with the Namor, especially since Virtus Pro, it feels like their default composition as of late has been Emma Hulk as their Vanguard lineup.
And they're like, this is the adaptation we saw last time. Like Virtus Pro, I think they went for the Mantis band.
Do you enjoy watching more Pro play or Overwatch? To be honest, I'm not particularly care about both, but I don't like to watch too many pro matches from Overwatch and more rivals. But you know, it's for a change. You can try something new. Wait, how many bans is that? Wait. So they have two protections. They protected Emma, they protected Loki, which means they pick Emma and Loki. They protected Mantis and Cap because they play Mantis and Cap. That's a very interesting comp. Cap.
Dive compositions as well as pocket picks with Captain America, Ultron, and Torch coming on through. And
so yeah, you can ban the enemy team from using a certain hero, and you can protect it for yourself. Yeah, that's true.
Given the fact that Virtus Pro immediately removed the Adam Warlock, having probably horrible flashbacks to the last time they played them on this very map.
God Modern Awkward Lords updated since last time I was here. Like the way you carry yourself, you're gonna keep it up. Thank you.
Some tricks here and there, but feels like Berber Patapim probably are our strongest. Like,
did a new TikTok get inspired by yesterday's watch party? I mean, yes and no. It's something that I talk about pretty frequently, not only about the Overwatch one, but yeah, I have another one that I'm gonna upload in a bit, like about an hour.
Pokey's a very accurate player, but it's going to be Tanuki who's actually going to be picking up the Ultron here.
Wait, Virtus Pro losing one? It's 1-0 for BR Patapim. Fuck is that?
Tanuki will be shielded both by Imperative Firewall and that Guardian shield.
Okay, they play Wolverine, they play Bucky,
as well as Tainted Voltage to potentially clip
double supports.
From that flyer coming on through, but first he has to win the lane duel between Pokey.
I'm not really a big fan of VP's comp, I'm not gonna lie. I actually think that BRB's comp is way more offensive. It can create many more opportunities. Ken dies first. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Bur Patapim, what is that? So essentially the play here for BRB Patapim is as simple as Cap goes in. Cap goes in. Psylocke Mantis off angle. Yeah, and of course you have this Ultron off angling.
Tanuki is gonna have Rage of Ultron, but you don't want to use that alone.
Bum 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 bum. Oh my.
That God of Mischief coming on through. That's Regen Domain and God of Mischief all at the same time. Cypher utilizes the shift into the Lunar Snipe.
Them playing in the room is actually pretty smart because they can't really do anything in the room. They need to create angles, but when they're in the room, there's nothing they can do. Well, guys. Tung sour. What is that, guys? The fuck?
Cloning went to bed. Of course, there's a lot of value just in the vanilla clone of the Emma Frost.
What I don't understand about this comp is the Emma pick. I don't understand how the Emma fits into this. But maybe I'm missing something. Emma?
This is a dangerous time to be Sparker. Kicked into the wall, the second fate of both worlds. Now coming forth. Oh, it's like the times of old. She's actually focusing on allowing damage here. As Fire's up at maximum rage. Big dunk coming through. Alex is invisible.
Wait, why is the quality so shit? Is it just me or the quality is just horrible?
Is what finishes this song. As Sparker just pumps his fist to the beat. And Virtus Pro holding strong.
There was a little bit of a min-max coming on through from Berber, though. Pokey started off on the Psylocke, has actually now swapped over to the Ultron, retained 50% charge, has another Rage of Ultron. Tanuki...
Is it everywhere like this? Did he try to grab him out of the sky? That's pretty good.
Rage of Ultron has CC immunity, but not if you get crammed out by Fire, the cast of it! Pokey loses the ult!
Unbelievable value there from Fire, showing they're not just a human torch player.
Pokey uses the ult.
Man, Alex has been so on top of it.
He canceled his ult or what? It's better on YouTube? Let me try.
No pokes really going to be coming his way as he rains down fire from above, raising the temperature for Virtus Pro. Polly's approach has been noted here by the Wolverine.
Let's see if the quality is better. No, it's still not so good.
Wolverine and Sparker looking to see what.
To be honest, it's a little bit better, so we're gonna put that.
We only have 50 seconds remaining. Pokey finally popped out the Rage of Ultron, but already the damage. Pokey finally popped out the Rage of Ultron, but already the damage had been done. Ken's been overwhelmed. Polly can't stand up to the damage that Fire's bringing to the table, and Pokey, the disengage here is going to be very powerful.
Oh, they're swapping. Okay.
On the Black Panther.
Hello.
Emergency button's been pressed.
It's time.
Do you think I can get to one above all as MK on console if I play 3 hours a day? Celestial 3, yes.
If we lose one of our players, we can just bring them back immediately, potentially get distance on the payload just by overwhelming.
Why did Trandop stop streaming? I don't know, I talked to him about an hour ago.
And Tanuki's Black Panther loses one of its 9 lives to the Meteor.
A second life. Now on
They're
to
using
those.
the
The
ultis too early.
BRB is used. Enzo doesn't get too much off the back of a Sonic Seduction here. A quick grab onto Nevik, shielding them off from the healing, grabbing the Sentience as well, but from the back it's the last stand that doesn't seem to do that much damage. Now it's time for Tanuki to feast. So many Vibranium marks. It's all that you could ask for when it comes to resetting the Spirit End. Gets quickly mind controlled, and Spark is there for the execution at the end.
How old are you gonna be? 28 in about a week.
But now we're into overtime, and Virtus Pro still are doing so much damage. Enzo's already down. Pokey has to stand against the tide alone, and while they will get Sparker, there's no more than that to be claimed.
Assemble. Gonna try to anchor point here. Tanuki's gonna try to dash reset his way. Nice. Oh, what a good grab, Fincy. What a good grab, bro. Actually, good Raccoon ulti. They're gonna destroy it quickly. But it gives a lot of space. Yeah, okay, I can't believe they win this fight. That's insane. It's always the overtimes, man. It's always the fucking overtimes. It's always overtime where people somehow magically win the fight. You look 21, thanks. How much Rivals tournaments pay compared to OWS? Oh, see, I have OWC. I have no idea, bro. Truthfully, I have no idea.
They've got the Feast of the Abyss. They're not going to have any way of amplifying that damage to have it.
What do you think about DP into this? I don't think it's amazing. I think it's actually not. I mean, it's not amazing. It's pretty bad. But I think that Tanuki plays really good DP. And also, whatever he picked before didn't really work. He was playing Ultron, it was kind of garbage. And it didn't work whatsoever. So he's trying VP. Obviously, it's working better.
depths of the abyss. Enzo can't quite get the value off the back of it, but can still try and make the engagement happen. Pokey moves on forward. Final judgment could
Oh
be
my,
the
that was
same
scary.
here, and then
Die, bro. Thank you. Late ulti from Saipe, but I don't think he had it. They have Emma ulti, and they're gonna put Raccoon ulti in a bit. Raccoon ulti into this. Yeah, around the corner. He has to put a Raccoon ulti around the corner. Come on, don't be AFK. Where's Ken? Thank you. Where's the Raccoon ulti? All you have to do is okay. Nice. Nice. Really good play by Tanuki. Damn. You see, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Even though a character is bad into certain heroes, if you're good at the hero, it's gonna work so much better than another hero that you're not as good at. He's playing BP and not into a very good matchup. He's playing against so many heroes that counter him, but he's doing so much better. Hello, Gojo. How do you feel about BP ult giving his team Vibranium Shield on top of its base abilities? I actually don't think BP needs a particular buff. They need to fix the hit rates. But I think that maybe a good minor buff that BP could have is that he gets dash reset on kill. Dash reset on kill. Just like Genji. But thank you for the 5, Dixon. I appreciate it, man.
And Tanuki is just being the frontline core that Virtus.pro have to turn their attention to deal with first.
Oh, and there's so little time. Only a minute and a half remain because of how long it took to get through first here. Fire just trying to make sure
they protected Mantis, but they don't play her. They try to play her for the first 4 minutes, and they couldn't do anything. So they just swapped.
Treatment from to try and keep their Captain America alive and punching, just dodging in and out now. The regeneration domains have already been burned from the side of Virtus.pro. They still have a Kraken impact in the back pocket. Polly in towards the back. Can escape from a Kraken impact if it is sent his way. I believe that's a big grab.
What I'm about to say is gonna sound like a big troll, but I unironically think that Moon Knight here would be actually very good. Playing Moon Knight instead of Wolverine would be very good here. Not kidding. Oh my goodness. They force double support is really good. No! How did he not take damage? From the back ulti. Is Ken that in the same team that plays Overwatch? Ken, I actually have no idea, but it might be. Because they play so close to each other. Yes, they play very close to each other. They have Loki, which is, you know, comes in really handy against Loki. I think the ulti is actually very good against their composition. Ankh is very good against their composition. Ankh basically prevents Wolverine from grabbing somebody and stuns him midway. How did he have the ulti again? What? Okay. But I think Moon Knight has big disadvantages in terms of mobility. That's Moon Knight's problem. I understand why people wouldn't pick him. On paper, he's not good, but I think that he's. I think that it would be a pick that people wouldn't be able to know what to do against. Gonna watch OWCS maybe later. I think Wolverine is not great though. But it was a bet. They should have gone full health. The fact that they got so far and not get full health is really good for them.
I mean, they got so much distance. So much distance. It really did feel like it was going to be a spawn hold. But even that last fight, there's so much intelligence that goes into how.
Hey, what's up, Bullman? I always felt like good Punisher will be benefit for the team than a good PvP player. It depends on how good you are. And also depends on what you play against. Hey, Charisma, how you doing? Okay, now they're going Moon Knight. Okay, wait.
to make a play.
Did I call? Did they hear me? Can you guys hear? Can you BRB Parapim Parapim? Can you guys hear? Okay, they heard me. They heard me. Somebody was listening.
No picks come on through. A huge last stand as well coming out from 5.
But will they pick Moon Knight? I really hope they do. I think it will be really good. Never mind, I got scammed.
I believe Cypher is currently on track for about 50k heals per 10.
We almost. We got blue balled.
A little bit ludicrous right now.
You're saying it wrong, but I don't know how to say it. Patapim. 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 Papapim.
I believe that's a Jeff silhouette outside the door.
Guys, why don't you just flank the Fantastic Four and beat them? More accurate.
Both the Jeff and the Rocket coming in for, and indeed, there it is. We're going for a close hold. We're going for as much delay as possible. Virtus Pro do have Spark out on the Moon Knight already, though. So
why close hold, I wonder, with Jeff?
Inside that small room.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, he picked Moon Knight here. Okay, that's actually super smart. Look, he picks Moon Knight now, and they can't really stand here. Wanna know why? That's what I'm saying. When they hold you in spawn, all you have to do is pick Moon Knight, and they can't stand there anymore. It's over. Parker was listening, guys. Parker was listening. Have you seen Tuporia? No, I haven't watched, but I know what happened. So he forced them off spawn, now he's swapping the Moon Knight.
And escorting them off of the premises of the AoE heals. However,
Tuporia has been very dominant. I knew he would be very good. I watched his first fight, and I knew this guy's gonna be pretty good.
They're going to be anticipating, and indeed, there it is. The immediate reaction, no one goes down early.
Tanuki's already had to use everything. Fire managed to get a grab there. Onto Polly. Seems like Polly's mostly going to be surviving. They have to be careful with how they're playing around this portal, as it is going to soon close and cut off the remainder of
charge him for coaching.
A big attempted grab. I think that it
I should
set Enzo on the other side of it for now. Out come the regeneration domains for additional survivability, but none are going to be onto Finzi, who gets grabbed out by Tanuki. Kraken impact still available if you want to invest it here. Poki's putting out so
You're talking about Tuporia. Can we talk about real fighters for a second? Did you guys watch Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr.?
Tanuki's just going to put their life on the line for even more damage, and you can see the damage boost comes through as well. Cypher's just nasty with it, man.
Well, no strange teleport, but still one last Okava contest, but oh, that is a brutal saga given the fact that Pokey has the ultimate Berber Patapim. We're relying on being able to pair up with that invisible boundary.
I'll take. I was being cynical. But I wish Jake Paul would fight like younger, more in their prime fighters. I think it would be very interesting.
Nevix poking away. Meteor Ram in the back pocket. You need to use to try and shut down that final judgment, but you know,
well, he grabbed him to fucking Narnia. Ouch.
Where's the follow-up on Nevix? Just gets the Meteor Ram just gets blown up, and Pokey grabs him thereafter. Virtus Pro have already had to call this one. It's unwinnable without your mag.
No invis boundary needed either. That's huge for Alex, who's going to be able to save it to match wits with either Drid or his fate of both walls, or potentially cover the team in terms of sustainability and survival against the Sonic Seduction coming.
Jake Paul versus Squirrel Girl. Do you watch BJJ or MMA? I don't watch BJJ, but I do watch MMA sometimes. Depends on the fight. What do I think of Jake Paul as a fighter? I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's bad as many people claim he is. It's not like he's a YouTuber. He fights. He has been fighting consistently for a very long time. He has a decent amount of experience now. Because he has a lot of money, he has really good camps, he has really good trainers. Do I think he's top tier by any means? No, he isn't. There's a very big difference between people who started fighting early and people who started fighting late. And I think Jake Paul started in his like mid-20s or something, or like early 20s, which is fairly late for like these type of sports. They're playing very well. Patapim. I don't know, like I don't understand the Wolverine pick. Oh, he swapped. Never mind. Okay, I was like about to say I don't understand the Wolverine pick from Virtus Pro. I don't get it. I don't understand the pick. I don't think it gets any value. I think they should have swapped. And I said I ironically think they should play Moon Knight. But you know, Punisher is the second good option.
against interference. There are no ults on the board. It's going to come down to raw mechanical know-how. And Fi starting off with the
Thanks,
counter.
Ivornix.
Already down to Nuki falling low. Still has the passive to try and work with, and the healer's attention is good for the moment. Fincy,
What DPI do you use in this game? 800 or 1.9?
the regeneration remains nowhere near at the moment. Nevix had to use his bubble for himself. Oh, no, he can't keep up. The Vanguards of Virtus Pro are down. They looked so good to begin with here on Midtown, but now they're going to have to do it by the skin of their team. Fire's already down, and look.
Yeah, they win. They win.
It's always Pokey rolling through, delivering.
They're playing very good. Aren't Virtus Pro supposed to be like favorites? Aren't Virtus Pro considered the best team in Europe? Or it's not anymore? Where's your MMA goat? Look, what really got me into watching MMA was Connor, and I think it's for a lot of people. I like Connor's fights. I think Connor in his prime was very, very good. John Jones, amazing. Mighty Mouse, mwah. Mighty Mouse is mwah. Chef's kiss, this guy.
And unfortunately for Virtus Pro,
these are probably my favorite three.
Like you said, Dritter comes on proof the fate of both worlds, but the payload actually the LOS.
He's good against the flyers. What? Who was flying? What flyers? I didn't play this season. Is Punisher that good now? Yeah, Punisher got buffed.
Regeneration domains aren't enough to give Virtus Pro any form of hold over the space when Berber Patapim are in full control.
I like that. Let that be a notice.
Oh, GSP, of course, GSP, yes.
If Ken can do it,
Anderson Silva, I also like Anderson Silva, but he's not one of my favorites.
Virtus Pro last time when we saw this full strategist ban strategy, they had Ken go over onto Rocket Raccoon, pumping out so many heals for Sia. It works so well in conjunction with the final judgment, because how
was DJ not at 120? When was DJ not at 125er? No, he was not only fighting at 125. I think he was fighting a few divisions. No, if I'm not mistaken. Could be mistaken though.
To just force out the invisible boundary coming on through from Alex, and Alex just holds on to it. They know that Virtus Pro still have the Kraken impact coming through. Then finally the invisible
Connor, the way he is now is like he's so different. He's so different than locked in Connor. Do you guys remember locked in Conor McGregor, like when he was locked in? No drugs, no BS, no parties, none of that's a fucking locked in. Compared to now, kind of sucks.
They tried so hard, they knew if they just threw their ultimates into one specific fight.
He fought Dominic Cruz 135. Yeah, 135. Right, 135 is I think pretty big for him.
And Berber Patapim just did such a good job of absorbing all of the pressure and still holding onto resources for the fight that came afterwards.
Unbelievable fight planning.
Dude, the Jose Aldo fight, I was like, I was so certain, like I was rooting for Connor in the Jose Aldo fight, but I thought that Jose Aldo is probably going to win, or at the very least it's gonna be a very, very close fight. I did not expect that Jose Aldo 10-second fight. I did not expect that. Does watching these tournaments give you any itch to compete again? Not at all, to be honest. Not at all. Guys, they're showing Moon Knight. You wanna know why they're showing Moon Knight? It's because they want them to play Moon Knight. Tuporia is giving me the same locked-in Connor vibes. To be honest, Tuporia is sometimes trying to act like Connor, but it seems so disingenuous because he's using the same lines. Did you see how he was like with Patty Pimblett, and he was like, "Yo, put my nuts on your forehead." Yeah, that's the line that Connor used against fucking not Michael Chandler. What's his name? The wrestler. Fuck, what's his name? Dude, I already forgot his name. The American wrestler, bro. Chad Mendes. Chad Mendes. Thank you. Come on. Don't use the same lines. Come on. What I like about Tuporia is I think Tuporia has the best boxing in the UFC. I think by far. He's the best striker in the UFC by far. If Tuporia was a pro boxer, he for sure I think would have been division champ. He would have been an undisputed champ in his division for sure. He's a really good boxer. Israel Adesanya and Alex Pereira were both kickboxing champs. I think Pereira is also a very good boxer. The problem that I have with Pereira boxer, and that's like, you know, obviously he's better and stuff, but that's like observing. He has this he because he stands so tall. It's like he takes a lot of punches all the time. He very rarely like ducks, crouches. There's very little like, he's a tall guy naturally. But he fights very close. He's tall and he's standing up. So he takes like, it takes a lot of overhands, etc., etc. That's how easy finally beat him, yeah.
Pathetic. He thinks just because he goes to the gym, he's the best human on earth.
The problem with how Pereira fights is that he essentially has no defense to overhand.
The team 2-0 here. For Virtus Promox, it's reverse sweep or fall.
I mean, you say Tanuki, but
Arson Motors, thank you so much for the prime and appreciate it for 8 months.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's a phenomenal boxer. And it's yeah, but I mean, when you do MMA, when you fight in the UFC and you do MMA, you have a bunch of stuff. It's like you're never going to be the best at something. There's always gonna be holes in your game. You know? Like, let's not pretend like Khabib was not a very, I mean, I'm gonna be generous here, mediocre striker, right? But he was a very good wrestler.
I think we saw like 3 final judgments in like 2.5 minutes, which is
What do you think VP could have done better? And to be honest, I haven't observed that much. I think they were not getting tons of value with the Wolverine should swap to something like Moon Knight or Punisher way earlier.
Just really giving Virtus Pro pause to stop, which then fed into what Tanuki was able to pull off too.
Outside of bulk, I think that midget Taporia is the most well-rounded fight. Come on, man.
Tanuki is thinking, instead of I sits, I spear throw, I get all of my resets, and I get to dash through every single one of your team.
She's so loud. Why is she so loud to me? It's like sure Mike is like 5,000 more than this guy.
In EMEA, perhaps in the world, everyone considered this team unchallenged.
Khabib striking early on looked very goofy from clips I've seen, but he got decent later. Decent would be like, you know, best case scenario. But these Dagestanis, they do sambo, you know, they practice sambo all the time. It's like their main stuff. They just do sambo. That's most of like what they teach. I understand.
Wouldn't qualify for the first international event, given how much we heard from all of the
As BP player yourself, what's the difference between celestial BPs like Cardcat and Somju compared to one above all BP like Hunt? Number one, it's pure decision making. Who they decide to engage on, timing, how they utilize their cooldowns. They do soft engage, like Hunt does a lot of soft engages. Not every engage has to be like fucking fully locked in. I mean, it's all in my coaching, really.
Yeah, like you can't let the fear grip you. You gotta let ambition carry you forward. For Virtus Pro, they get to pick the next map. Their fate is still in their hands. At the end of the day, the only
he's a bad striker, but Khabib can stand up and exchange without issues because his wrestling pressure always make the best striker less effective. Well, yeah. But to be fair, I think that somebody like Khabib would really struggle. I know he's an elite level wrestler, but he would really struggle against a striker who has really good takedown defense. You know? You know how? Do you guys remember? The John Jones Gustafsson first fight?
Really uphill battle. We cannot undersell enough how hard it's going to be. As Virtus Pro decide to take us to Hall of the Jolly.
Dude, John Jones failed like almost every single takedown on Gustafsson. Gustafsson was a really good striker, and he had really good takedown defense, and John Jones struggled so much against him.
duty. He's never getting to see
I thought Jones arguably lost that one. I thought so too. I think it was very close. I think could have gone either way. But I'm gonna be honest. I watched John Jones Dominic Reyes so many times, and I believe that John Jones lost that fight. I believe that John Jones has lost Dominic Reyes. That's what I believe.
I mean, it's what we suggested after map number 1. When you're going up against the best Psylocke cap team in the world, it might be time to ban the Psylocke if the cap...
John Jones did a ton of cocaine that week and destroyed him in number 2. John Jones is very good. Like, he's very good. But he was clearly struggling against Gustafsson. With Dominic Reyes, Dominic was just he was just moving. The thing why Dominic Reyes for some reason was so dominant over John Jones, like not for some reason, he was just moving 24/7. He never stood still. It was nearly impossible to make a takedown. It was nearly impossible to go for any wrestling move, and nothing. He was always tracking and moving.
One of the most notable Lokis. Oh, a protect here. A protect on the Vastala would be interesting, as it might force out a counter Adam ban from Berber Patton. This could be a fake from Virtus.
This could be a fake, or it could be a composition that they want to have open and pivotable too, and Berber Patapim just can't take the chance.
Don't know how these fighters do so good against champions and go on a losing streak. I think it just does stuff to your mental. I think that you kind of get humbled and you just mentally are not there anymore, right? And it's also like, I am fighting for the championship. I lost to the champion, so I'm not going to be the champion. And they kind of lose the confidence, they lose the drive, and they just kind of slack off, you know? Most people. It's like, notice what happened with Ryan Garcia, right? With Ryan Garcia, it was actually pretty interesting. Ryan Garcia in boxing was super dominant. He went against Gervonta Davis. He got outclassed. Now, truth be told, Garcia looked like a fucking skeleton that fight, but whatever. He clearly got outmatched, okay, in terms of just pure boxing. Then, he goes up a weight. He goes up against Davian Haney, which he fucking smokes. He smoked him. He smoked him. Whoa. It was like a one-side show. He said he's using steroids, blah, blah, blah. Steroids or not, bro. Steroids have nothing to do with the fact that when he throws a left hook, right? When he throws a left hook, you do this. It doesn't matter how roided out you are, you shouldn't be catching left hooks like that. Or, you know, whatever. And then he goes up against Rolly Romero. I don't know who ever thought that Rolly Romero is going to beat Ryan Garcia. I don't know who ever thought about that. Whoever thought it was going to happen. But it happened.
As opposed to Berber Patapim being able to win it out with a duel or building a strategist ultimate up first.
Berber Patapim going to be opening up here on the offense. And once again, Sparker putting faith in old glory, the Winter Soldier.
Sparker, I think, understands if there's a res composition coming on through, that means that Tanuki's going to be on that Star-Lord. So having the tainted voltage to take him.
But in fights, especially when it boils down to MMA, anything can happen. Anything can happen. The thing about MMA, it's compared to boxing, is that you can do so well, you can dominate the fight for, let's say, like 3 rounds or like 2 rounds, and all of a sudden you make a small mistake, you get taken down and submitted. You held your own, you had a lot of good takedown defenses, your striking was on point, you were amazing. You slip on a fucking banana, you get submitted.
They needed to get more off the back of this because Dredro is still going to be coming on back and hasn't been able to build up their own ultimate while they have fallen down. A Terra Cape early. Oh, it doesn't even get blocked out there by the metallic curse.
But what I'm excited is to watch the Canelo Crawford fight. That fight is gonna be good. I think that fight is gonna be super interesting.
Still in the back pocket though. The Meteor M ready to go from Nevik. Streeter drives everyone forward with the fate of both worlds. It's so much healing to work with, and it's extra damage off the back of the Kraken impact. Ken, the first to fall, should be able to self-resurrect in the midst of
Canelo Crawford is super exciting. I like both fighters. I think they're both phenomenal, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they how they pair up in style.
Downtown, the Meteor M, it manages to grab a little bit, but not too much of a way of finished frags. Poly revived. Berber Padabim, they are on the back foot though. They might be able to try and grab on back. Sentience has been seized.
Bud stops him in 11. I highly doubt it. I mean, Canelo has never been stopped. And he fought pretty strong guys as well. He fought pretty strong guys. I mean, look, so yes, Bivol doesn't pack the strongest punch, but Bivol is pretty heavy. Bivol is way heavier than Crawford. So if Bivol doesn't stop Canelo, I don't think that Crawford stopped Canelo. It probably go like if somebody gets knocked, if somebody gets stopped in a fight, it's probably Crawford because that's how Canelo is. No big brain. No one told me that I look like a German YouTuber, Kegi or Keji.
These fights have taken so long, but still only a minute remains now. But when the chips have been down,
if Triple G couldn't stop Canelo, Crawford against yeah, it's true. If Golovkin didn't stop Canelo, I don't think Crawford stops Canelo. Also, I low-key think that Canelo is on something. You know, he's on something, and that's why he's not likely to gas out as well. I think his conditioning is really good if he's on stuff. Did you watch Amanda Nunes vs Chris Cyborg match? No, I haven't. Potentially of an eternal bond force from Alex, which Nevix can look to shut down as long as the bulwark from Enzo has been forced out first. If Tanuki wins though, the duel against Canelo is 35, yeah, but even though he's 35, these elite level boxers are in prime condition. Have you watched Artur Beterbiev? He was in 39 years old, and he was in amazing condition. He was also injured, recovery from an injury, and he was in amazing condition. Who is better, Canelo in boxing or you at Yazana in your prime? Good question. Same level. Polly's playing really good with the cap. He's basically engaging backline, distracting, forcing CDs. Whoa. Okay. Oh, they're playing the res comp. Oh my goodness, I hate that comp. Do you still think Wolverine is F tier to carry potential? Yeah. They've been building up as well. But in boxing, there are no off angles? Of course there are off angles. What do you mean? Revival to bring the Captain America back. Enough of the back of this one. Berber Padapin will be trying to disengage so they don't lose as many staggers as possible. Terror Cape from Alex isn't going to be able to buy the cloak and dagger safety. How is Wolf S tier carry potential F tier? Because it's very difficult to get value if nobody follows up on it. It's solo kills outside of your ulti are nearly impossible. Do you think rest comp because you think it sucks or because it's annoying? Because it's annoying. I actually think it's very good.
But he does still have that Cocoon Revival. We saw him cancel it. The nadir of the last fight in Enzo. Still, the Meteor M is available. This is what broke open the previous point when the chips were down and there was so little time remaining. The Meteor M not going to be used too early here. An attempt to try and shut it down. Now that's some safety for the backline for Virtus Pro. Enzo doesn't have that ace in the hole that could be used. But
Tanuki BP? Yeah, Tanuki is a very good BP. I think that people should consider playing more into their character strength sometimes. I think Tanuki did really good on BP. I don't know why he just didn't. Bye-bye. Ah! Okay, he couldn't hold the mag ult. That was good. I'm not sure why he clicked the bubble there. No reason if you're already in the ulti. You don't need the bubble. You save the bubble after.
Saipe falling low. Tanuki has to make a choice.
Uh-oh.
Do I invest here with only 8 seconds remaining? Surely this is the point that Tanuki
Okay, he's
has
gonna
to press
ulti. He
the
should
button.
ulti now. After Luna ulti. What ultis do they have? Nothing. All they have to do is kite out the ulti, leave Poli and Mac to touch point, and then you go for the ulti. Yeah, very good. Solid ulti, really good. So basically, they waited out, they kited out the Luna ulti, as they should, and then they used their ulti. But for some reason, Sparker is just killing everyone, but they have the Atom Res, so they can't win, and they have Soul Bond. Good luck winning. Yeah, so they can't win the fight. Unless, never mind. Never mind. They can win the fight. Poli ended up walking into 5 people and died. What I don't understand is, okay, if Poli says he's going in, he's your cap and you're going into the backline, just say I'm in the backline, push Emma. They were 5-on-1 against M1 point. Just kill the Emma and just move forward. Do you think playing VP on tournament is a good idea? Not bad, yeah.
Yeah, Tanuki has the patience. He's waiting for that Galactic Legend. He's not using it aggressively. They're doing the same thing that they did on A. When Karmic Revival gets used, they know that Virtus Pro...
I really don't know who the best player is. I think that Marvel Rivals is a game where the skill ceiling is not very high, therefore people are at the top level not going to be significantly better than the other.
However, Virtus Pro are able to stabilize. Their respawn is so much closer, and they're able to build up the win condition, packaging both Psionic Seduction and Galactic Legend together at the same time after Berber Patapim had exhausted all of their resources. Oh, well, this would be an amazing way to open up an attacking round.
Zabit Magromedasharipov. Bro, that last name is a tongue twister.
Penny mines alone, Virtus Pro would be able to get a nice little chunk of point percentage for free, but I think at this level, surely no one falls for it.
Either that, or you let your Vanguard catch all that damage and turn it.
Why do you think skill ceiling is lower than Overwatch? It's because things explode faster. You can get away with much more mistakes because of how you utilize the cooldown and how much healing you have. So I think the skill ceiling is just lower, and the weight and hitting abilities is pretty easy as well. And you also have a third-person view, which adds an easier dimension to the fights, like very easy to kite enemies.
Not to be underestimated. It's gonna have to be
yeah, it is more forgiving. Yeah.
To get rid of Polly from the high ground.
The skill ceiling is definitely not high in Marvel Rivals.
You can do to try and take Tanuki off that high ground. Apart from blowing up the high ground, of course, with Loki, that's rather easy already. Finzi catching quite a bit of damage, and Polly just going to be warded away.
Yeah, they saw that Finzi was pushing towards the point, which means no ammo in the backline to protect against the Captain America with the
bum.
both of the strategists are just trying to bull
man.
a little bit faster, but Pokey gets taken down in the crossfire.
He needs to control the off angle. Tanuki, where are you going, bro?
Which means that Berber Patapim are now permanently down that cooldown, and that permanently
they can't really push.
He's gonna have to come back on the Strange.
Unless.
Alex's ultimate charge is quickly moving up towards the Eternal Bond.
Okay, good. Cloak and Dagger, you have to kite out. Tanuki gets the res. Kite out the ulti. Saipe can copy Luna. Then they use Luna ulti. Yeah, as I said. They play very aggressive. Bubble this. Can't. Nice. You are undefeatable. They wait it out. Dridro clicks Q on Luna. Yes. You see, like, I can predict this game to a T. I can predict exactly how they're gonna use their abilities. We kite back because we have no cooldowns. We lost one. Tanuki's probably gonna ulti in like 3 seconds when they start pushing in. Actually, if he used his ulti, they kite. Now, Tanuki will use his ulti. Adam will res in a second. No, never mind, he just dies. That was a good 4K.
A has been secured. Virtus Pro move on to second.
Oh, they did better than they did on Midtown. Virtus Pro to reverse sweep. It's
doesn't make it any less fun. Didn't say anything about fun.
All the same, Mox.
We have to abuse off angle the Star Lord, yes, but these players are good and they don't let you abuse they don't let you abuse off angles because they send Tanuki on an off angle with the Mantis. Damn, it was gonna be a lot harder. And P can get pocketed by Dridro, so I can predict it to a T. I mean, they just use their abilities way better, but that's what I should have done. They let Fee use his ultimate first. They should have cut it back into the corner way earlier.
mentioned, where is it going to go? It just does a lot of damage.
But whatever happened before that ulti, I predicted to it.
Yes, but this is going to be an all-in fight for Virtus Pro. They still believe it to be winnable. Tanuki already 30% towards the next one.
Would you bother you of Necros playing VP in a tournament? Maybe. You guys want to see that? Boom!
So much previously. Junior survives with just a sliver of HP right there, and it's instantly healed on up.
They're gonna push forward with an ulti. They're gonna get them low, and then Sparker is gonna jump in with an ulti. Or Fee's gonna ulti. Yeah. I didn't notice that he got it that fast. Born again. Oh, Pokey was hiding the entire time. Don't think it matters that much. I actually don't think it was a good res. I think they should have gone respawned and then take the fight here. And when they're around the corner, go for the res. I think they should have resed here. Here would have been a good res. Res was pointless. Again! I didn't click it again, okay. Lock and dagger ulti, it's not like they can kill. Nope. Mag ulti in 85, 90 is close to Mag ulti. Not that it matters. Luna ulti is over, but he's gonna click. Oh my god, it's over. I mean, Virtus Pro just play their ultimates way better. Virtus Pro constantly play their ultimates way better. I feel like Poly has been feeding a bit for Cap. Yes, but however, I think when you're Poly and you say I'm going to the backline, it's basically an invitation for an entire team to press forward on the tank.
And they do it with such aplomb, even though the comic revival they can't get.
You see Valentina Eve get rank 1 in season 1.5, saw the MF get to Eternity on ult with an 80% win rate. How? No idea.
So rarely that we get to see the Vanguards get played, making it out through that advanced pick and
how much difference is there between one above all matches versus pro matches like these? Well, like pro matches are basically the pick one above all matches. It's basically if everybody listened, if everybody picked the characters that work with each other, everybody actually communicated, everybody was actually trying to win.
Great attention to detail from the remainder of our teams. Take out those regeneration lamps. Or maybe they may have timed out. If not, if it was a timeout, then Enzo just has excellent game sense right there. I don't think if this had gone the way of Boba Padman, I don't think I would have ever seen a closer 3-0 in my life.
There were a couple times that I noticed Poly making a big play like here, right? Here when Poly does this, walk click W into the tanks. The supports and DPS and BC just burn the tanks.
So reminiscent of the time that these two.
How would you think you would face in a pro match? I think it would do very good in a pro match. I don't think it would particularly difficult.
Virtus Pro are going to be hoping that it's possible now, as they still need another map to be able to equalize with their opponents. And it definitely feels like we're going to be seeing a huge adjustment in the pick and bans after this. Saipei getting the Loki for Nevix, and Finzi also being able to secure the Premier Vanguard lineup is massive, given the fact that we saw Poly a lot of the time just not getting that same level of value that we had in the maps before. It really does feel like going for the Psylocke rather than the Captain America is the key that Virtus Pro have been able to use to deal with the tag team that have been Poly and Pokey.
Yeah, Poly and Pokey were must.
What about Pro Overwatch? Pro Overwatch is going to be a lot difficult. Pro Overwatch, you have to be like mechanically on point.
That would have given over a little bit more.
It's less forgiving, so it will be a lot more difficult. If Pro Overwatch is something that I have to actually play the game quite consistently.
With the fate of both worlds was essential.
I want to thank you for your awesome videos. Really changed my mentality for ranked. Happy to help, man. What characters would you play in a pro tournament? Yeah, really anything that they want me to.
So that he potentially can't get punished or taken down early by one of the players from Burger Patapim. Because if you're Virtus Pro or any team that's playing up against a Rise comp, right, you need to finish the fight quickly.
I know combat athletes think no one is better than them. Is that the same for gamers? Yeah.
Well, this series might be far.
I mean, it depends, but yeah, the good ones at least, yeah. The good ones usually believe they're the best. Or at least like one of the best. Who do you think are the best DPS right now? No idea. Are you enjoying Overwatch more than Marvel Rivals these days? Wouldn't say so. You watch UFC? Yeah, we talked about it throughout the first 30 minutes of the stream. What map is next? Let's play Moon Knight, guys. Really, just play Moon Knight. Actually, while we're at it, let me upload another shorts. Actually, in 15 minutes. Jeffrey Work is legit the worst change Marvel Rivals ever made until now. I agree. Do you enjoy watching Marvel Rivals esports? I find hero shooters. I find hero shooter esports to be a little bit boring, because the individual skill expression is not properly shown. In order for you have to, like, even when you're really good at the game, sometimes it's very difficult to determine how effective was the play. But if you watch Counter-Strike, for example, or like Valorant or Dota, you can see how an individual play got so much impact. You know, in Counter-Strike, you clutch 1-on-3. Whoa, that was sick. Everybody understands that a 1-on-3 clutch is fucking dope and difficult and hard, and you're against the odds and you're a complete underdog, right? And you can clearly see how big of a difference that makes. But like, on the other hand, you hitting a big nade, let's say in Overwatch, and then 3 other people follow up with abilities, how much can you really tell that the nade was how big of a nade it was? You know, you get what I'm saying? Because in Marvel Rivals, it's nearly impossible to win an underdog fight. So like, you lose 2 people, it's very unlikely for you to win the fight. And even if you do win the fight, it's like a team effort. It's never like an individual play that you're like, fuck, that was so sick. It's hard to tell what's happening with that. I agree as well. That's why I was a big advocate 5-on-5 in Overwatch. I think that 5-on-5 is way better for the viewer than 6v6. 6v6, so many fucking things are happening. Hey, I have to thank you so much for the content. Help me a lot, and now I'm 2 GM accounts. Thank you so much. Happy to help.
And they decide no surprises. I think we all saw this coming. Domination map that hasn't been played. Hell's Heaven. It is the best map.
Hey, Unc, besides gooning and gaming, what else do you get up to? First of all, I don't goon. Not like you.
We matched up on Hell's Heaven 2 as Berber Patapim, currently undefeated.
But I train, I make money, I talk to my chat, I game.
Yeah, last time we matched up, we saw Virtus Pro go for the same kind of anti-strategist banning strategy that almost got them
6v6 is a lot more fun to play. Well, that kind of depends. For me 5-on-5, for example, is more fun to play than 6v6. But I'm talking specifically from a viewer perspective. Viewer perspective, 5v5 is a way better format. It's more understandable. However, it doesn't make the viewing experience better. Overwatch and Marvel Rivals fundamentally are not that great to watch because nobody, the individual impact is lost, because how fast-paced the game is and naturally how the game is played. You have a cat? No, I used to have a cat. He died after 24 years. But he died a few years back. But it used to be Felix. Felix the cat.
Yeah, alright. I need to see the Starlock ban again.
You can see that play? Yes, you can see that play, and you don't know exactly how much. It's very difficult to determine how much it actually impacted the teamfight.
Surely not, there's no way. Not after the success that they just had on Hall of Dejalia. Wait.
Oh, wait, the Tanuki target
it's
ban?
the Tanuki Black Panther ban instead.
Protect for a couple of rounds, so I guess you can bring out the Starlock ban next. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the
I hate solicit physical. Thanks for your guide. Happy to help.
Pro.
Yeah, and then you can save Saipei's Loki here potentially, or you go for a Vanguard, given the fact that Berber Patapim are going to be able to go into free bans.
So they protected the...
And it is going to be a prioritization of the Loki, given the fact that Virtus Pro, yeah, there's going to be dive that they're up against, or potentially a res composition.
What do you think they're going to save?
Match which of the sustain res provides is with regen domain as just a base cooldown.
What? Wait, why did they
they're gonna start prioritizing things like
why did they ban Cap from the enemy team? They protected Cap.
Do absolute wonders in the last map. Fire is just getting completely banned out potentially. You might have to see a Fire pivot onto something like a Wolverine here, alongside maybe a Hulk Namor.
Potentially, they might be able to run the Namor, although I do like the fact that they're banning the Wolverine, as given the fact that Virtus Pro, whenever they try to
do you take rest days for the gym? Of course. I go to the gym 4 times a week.
Tanuki has been just an absolute misery for the strategists.
What are some games with better viewer experience? I think that Counter-Strike, Dota, and League are probably the best viewer experience that I've seen in esports.
If you ban the Psylocke, you are essentially guaranteeing the Hulk composition. Yep, we're likely going to see.
How good is awkward at hero shooters? I'm new, very good.
The Punisher.
Yeah.
The Punisher's great at poking the Hulk. So
it's just a pin cushion. Plus, you have the CC immunity as well, so that you can use your culling turret to avoid potentially getting breaker. As Virtus Pro,
what the hell happened?
They used the last ban slot on the Black Panther. They've really trying to force Tanuki either onto the Torch or potentially the Star-Lord. They might be trying to force Berber Patapim onto the res composition again.
Okay, we got some stats from production going into.
You know what I wonder? Why don't they go Storm?
We call it their best map for a reason.
I think Storm would actually be pretty good here. I think that Storm would be better than Torch. I think Storm and Punisher together with damage is actually pretty good.
Because if they lose Hell's Heaven, well, they lose out on the opportunity of going to the international LAN, and it would be a rematch between Berber.
Are we getting Iron Fist guy anytime soon? Maybe.
The strongest team in the
BP ban as well. Well, Tanuki is a very good BP. And I think this is also a very good BP map.
Keep yourself strong, cool, calm, and collected as you come into this one, as domination is incredibly unforgiving when it comes to the other side.
I think that BP is a good ban here. If Tanuki goes BP here, they actually, if they play Cap BP,
usually they tend to have
and Punisher, it will be very strong.
Try and claw their way back in, but now Virtus Pro on the back foot.
The only thing that I hate here is Cloak and Dagger. I really hope he doesn't play Cloak and Dagger, but he probably does. Cloak and Dagger is so bad. Wait, they fixed VP no regs? No, you're lying. Did they?
On that Winter Soldier, being able to utilize Bionic Hook against both the Captain America and that Torch as well. Fire on the Wolverine too. They know that Polly's going to be out on the Captain America, and you can counter grab the Vanguard when he tries to dive your back line. This is going to be up to Finzi and Nevix to just play anchor right now.
Actually, no rigs are fixed.
The whole composition against the Punisher definitely makes sense. Kind of becomes an effective ban to have the Punisher up against the Hulk. He's so easy to carve off.
Turret form, okay, interesting. Big fan of the turret form.
Attention to come its way, and there it is. Finally, the attention given
grapple
over.
top right, don't be afraid.
Well.
I mean, never mind, they're being put back.
Needs a little bit of care up at the top. That should be readily delivered by Alex, who now has access to the Lunar Snow, by the way, which is a great hero for Alex.
I like how he's playing this. This angle is so good for Tanuki. He went for the touch. Okay. Not a big fan of him like applying so much pressure on the tanks. It doesn't do much. Play aggressive. Yeah, you just call it play aggressive. I have Luna. It's copied. Yeah. Don't exactly understand the Punisher ulti into the Luna ulti, but I don't know. Yeah.
This is going to continually be contested, but Virtus Pro have done a great job of this.
Uh-oh.
Should be an easy way to try and control Pokey, but follow-up's not going to be there, and a quick rotation around from the fate of both worlds.
Dredro has his ulti. He's probably gonna use now. Kite out their ulti. Now they can go with their own. Oh man, never mind. They don't need Luna. They use Luna. Wait, every ultimate has been used besides Mag. Mag and Cap. They come with ult advantage, but I don't think it helps much.
Yeah, it was a miss on the Kraken impact, but Virtus Pro is still able to claim the first point cap, which is huge for them. They can lose the next fight, but as long as it goes long, they're still going to be able to build up a lot of point percentage off the back.
Hey, what's up, Sage?
That Wolverine too is going to be something that Polly has to be constantly worried about. It's so much harder to get a Captain America into a backline when the backline can play all the way behind the point with the distance.
Makes no sound, but gives your dash back. Nice. Maybe I log into Marvel Rivals after this and play some BP.
All the while fielding the damage that he's taking to Saipe, who's got another God of Mischief.
So when do you use your ulti here? Mag ulti? Now. Ooh. Pretty good ulti by NZO.
Yeah, Cypress still has the ultimate, but guess what? Fincy was left alone on point, absolutely dinghied with no friends.
Executioner!
But damage may already have been done to
nice.
Pro, however, Nevix is nowhere near the
to be fair, they committed 3 ultis to win that fight, so... next fight.
Yeah, and just the final judgment used alone, no strategist ultimate.
Next fight, they start with probably Wolverine, and they can do Wolverine Bucky, and that's a clean team fight unless they use defensives, which they do.
And have them against both Dridros, but also to match the damage that Sparker and Fly can output.
They're probably gonna start with Cloak and Dagger ulti though. They start with Cloak and Dagger ulti, and then they use his fucking Wolverine ulti.
An ambitious
what?
Beginning from Phi doesn't quite
why did they use Luna ulti? What even
happened?
happened? Who was low?
Supernova should be coming through rather quickly. Polly falling low in his own right. Nevix delivers yet again, getting rid of Pokey. Resurrection not on
yep.
the docket for
pretty good
now.
Wolverine ulti. Take them out of the ulti this so. Nice, winnable, killable. Okay, it's actually winnable. Wait, cancel the ulti? No, that's Ken. Ken is a CND. Okay, good TP actually also blocked the door. He cuts off some of the healing. Okay. Close. Overextended with the mag. Ah, the red team has the point. All they have to do is stall 1 by 1. Just stall. Never mind. Nice try.
Yeah, but Finzi, well, I was going to say stuck on the Strange, but no, he's actually going to swap off of the Emma. It's Nevix, who's outside Berber Patapon spawn just to stall.
Is it true that you invented Ghost Dash and BP? No, they didn't invent Ghost Dash. Ghost Dash is a mechanic that has existed since Overwatch.
The fight that comes afterwards, so too to worry about Tanuki, who's off of the torch now onto the Winter Soldier himself. Virtus Pro, with this delay, have been able to build up ultimate
okay.
And it is going to be both Dridro.
What ultis do they have? Yeah, they're gonna go with Wolverine ulti in a second.
Regen Domain gets invested to make sure that everyone survives the follow through, and Fire is forced back by the Terror Cape.
After the Luna ulti, they use Wolverine ulti. They also have Bucky ulti, they can use both. Uh-oh. That was such a good Bucky ulti. He timed the Bucky ulti. He timed the Bucky ulti with the mag ulti to do the like full damage to kill them. It's really good. Super smart. Burst damage in a second, you'll die. Wow. That was a really smart Bucky ulti. He was waiting for him to throw the mag ulti, and he timed it out the same second. And then it did burst damage. Could not be out killed even by support ultis. Not that they had support ulti, but you know.
They're able to come on through with such smart solutions. Meteor M, they know it's
do you think coaching a team Marvel Rivals be different to Overwatch? No. I think it would be a lot easier.
And Sparker can come through with the immediate follow through when Berber Patapon have
Sparker
no
is good.
answer back. And that is going to be Frozen Airfield going that way, but still it's not over yet. Looking at the
they go Hulk no more. Actually, I think it's a good pick, the Hulk no more.
Starting with a lead. They've got strategist ultimates, they've got the last stand too, and Berber Patapon are going to be mixing
they're not playing that. Thought I would play that. I think that the more Hulk would be pretty good here. Against Wolverine. I am telling you, I think that Moon Knight is actually very good here. I would play Moon Knight instead of Punisher. Not kidding.
In terms of arriving on the point and positioning both Finzi and Phi into a space where the ultimates can find more value. Berber Patapon going to be going dry into this one, both in terms of ultimates and no Jeff Bubbles out of spawn. So Phi is already all the way around the back. Do they know that this Wolverine is here? Because this could be brutal. No,
nice
he gets
try.
scout checked out. Has to use the Feral Leap not to get in, but to get out.
Yeah, Tanuki knows these paths better than most. As an experienced Wolverine player in their own right already, that's going to be a second Ice Art and even more absolute zero given for.
They're applying too much pressure. They exchange cooldowns. However, who has more cooldowns? Never mind, doesn't matter. They kite back. I think that walking with the ulti is not a good play. They used it very early and they just cut it out. And now they have no defensive ulti. I mean, they do. They have Bridger, but it's only one. So they can just play on the support ultis and win. So now you have to play aggressive if you're BRB para Pim with a Cloak and Dagger ulti. Yeah, pretty good. These Punisher ultis, I don't exactly understand if I'm being honest. He's always doing it on defensive ultis. And I wonder if he like kind of focus fire and get the kill, or what is he trying to do there?
Experiencing Salt for the first time. They're taking on down. Now it's down to Fincy. Taking down Ken. Still in control of the point of Virtus Pro. They're close to letting it
Oh, he almost got him off the map.
Try and grab Enzo
Empty.
away and send them into... Oh, Fi just managing to take Tanuki down. Still Virtus Pro lose control.
Yeah, the flip comes
So what do they have? Any defensives? No. I mean, Sparker's gonna get hit in like 5 seconds. And not Sparker, Saipe. They use Saipe's ulti, and then they use Mag ulti into Saipe's ulti. And then they save Bubble on his shield against Polly's ulti. Okay.
Saipe gonna be quick on the trigger here. Oh, that's an early grab as well. Speaking of grabs, Fi has to be given over the shield after being taken down by that Emma.
Bye bye.
The Meteor M reigns above you desperately.
No, what was that? What was that? What's that? Nice. Fight. That's actually pretty good.
And the flesh is readily accepted.
Yeah, no Magneto, no metallic bulwark to
Mag has to get his ulti here quickly. That's how they have to apply pressure in spawn for him to get his ulti against Punisher ulti.
The bubble goes down, and Berber Patapim have to try and come back into this next fight, but Final Judgment with Eternal Bond is going to be...
Or what they can do is use Cloak and Dagger, force Mag ulti, and then use Punisher ulti. But they still have defenses, but with good focus fire, maybe they can kill. Yeah, here, Magneto. Good, they use the same time.
Sustainability. Once again, nice metallic bulwark keeps
nice.
safe and midway through this.
Oh, nice, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. You see, they use Cloak and Dagger to force Mag ulti, and then they use the Punisher ult because they have no Mag ulti, and then they can focus fire. And apparently, you just destroyed him to defensive ulti. Good, good. They can win. If they utilize their ultis correctly here, they can win. So they have 1 defensive, 2 offensive. What they should do is stall out the fight until it's like 75 and then use Emma with Torch together at the same time when they commit some cooldowns outside at 75. Keep holding at the choke 70 when it gets to around 70 75. Let them walk outside, use some cooldowns, then use Emma and then together with Torch.
Worries now about where Tanuki is, you know,
3, 2, 1. Come on, bro. Never mind. Defensive. Can't really do it now. Yep, good. Torch ulti. Oh, he can't because he's blocked. Now would be a good time to Torch ulti. Come on. Supernova. Is he trolling? Why? Why was he holding on to his ulti? Excuse me? I like how they're using cover. I don't know. That made absolutely no sense. I don't know though why Tanuki held onto his ulti. They're all stuck in the choke. All you have to do is literally just use your ulti in the choke. Okay. What's up, Wormius? They have no ultis. What? Like what? What? Why? Okay, maybe they win. Oh, they have strange TP. They win for sure. Oh my god, he almost took him off the map. They win. Maybe he was getting focused. He wasn't. I think he was trying to save the ulti for next time because he assumed they were gonna win without it. I don't think they win without it. Like, for example, here, that's the crazy part. Here is a fight that you win with no ulti, and then he uses Emma ulti. But the fight before, you don't win, and then he uses he doesn't use his torch ulti. He should have used torch ulti. It would be an easy win. What elo are these guys? All one above all.
Him are able to fully restabilize on the point, and we go Monument. Saipe will at least silver lining for Virtus.pro have the ultimate in the hand for this next fight.
He got pulled by Sparker. No, that happened like 5 seconds after.
Does not have final judgment to follow up off of the back of it, so it is just going to be
5 seconds after. He could have used his ulti for free. I don't know why he didn't.
To utilize the ultimate. It could well be Pokey just on the culling turret trying to get final judgment online before the
what rank is awkward? To be honest, when I play, I'm one above all, but my rank got decayed because I haven't played in a couple weeks.
Virtus.pro up against the wall once again. Oh, I'm shaking with excitement, Mox. One of these teams has to go to China. I got no favorites. I got no predilections. I got no predictions for you. All I know is that no matter who goes, they have a good chance of dominating.
It's too close to call. It's so close to call. Virtus.pro, Spark is so close to that Kraken impact. Tanuki already out in the field, but so too
he can do the super jump with the rockets. He's gonna try to grab somebody with a super jump. He's gonna try to okay. Tanuki is just dead. Yeah, he went for the grab. Really good grab with the rockets though. Nice, but he got the cloak and dagger will save them. Oh.
Still good to go. An attempt to try and escape here for the cloak and dagger. Might be able to grab a first.
This guy's on a controller. Come on, Fincy's dead. Next. They're playing so well with the covers, so they don't give him a lot of room with the Punisher ultis.
Just goes down before Kraken impact can come.
That's still the space that it creates is just too much. Do you think you could compete in Rivals if you wanted to? Yeah, easy. How fast is Decay? I think like a week.
The Virtus.pro have an opportunity here, Harry. They're going to have Kraken impact. They've got Psionic Seduction. Berber Patapim only have a defensive in the form of Freedom Charge, but do they get the space to be able to
what do you do now? Tanuki is gonna ulti, and then Mag is gonna ulti to cancel out Tanuki's ulti. Yeah, Mag is gonna ulti in a second. Never mind, he didn't get it for some reason. He's 98, he's stuck, so they just got it out, which is not bad. It's whatever. Some might say used it too early, but it doesn't matter because then Nevix would have used his ulti anyways. But now Nevix says his ulti against what defensive? No defensive, so he has free ulti. What a hook. What a hook by Sparcher. He got Tanuki out of the sky. Wow. Nice try to run away. Here, when you lose the fight, you should have at least tried to go to the point, stall the point until like 70, 75 with the cap ulti. And then you would have needed only to win one fight, and now you have to win 2 fights if you're Patapim. Matter mistakes. Well, Tanuki, I can say, why did he get hooked out of the sky? But to be honest, it was a really good hook.
Virtus.pro do have both of the strategist ultimates to be able to live it, but Saipe
I always wonder at what age it's no longer possible to compete. I think it's possible at every age. It's just that the older you are, the more responsibilities you have. Therefore, you're not gonna have. You can't invest as much time as somebody who's 18 years old who can sit 15 hours a day. I think it's less about the age. Who's using ulti? Who's using Emma ulti? Why did Finch use Emma ulti in the fight that he's won? They use 5 ultis. They used 5 ultis in a fight that they could have won with 3. And now they come back with Tanuki ulti. And Nevix will not be able to get it on time. They have to play the fight super early. They have to play the fight early. The reason why you play the fight early is because you have ult advantage, and also you don't want to let them have too many. You don't want to have them one fight. You want to do 2 fights. So Tanuki needs to set up. Yeah, ulti, good. So now. So now, even if Virtus.pro needs 2 fights to win. Because they have a touch. If they lose the next fight, if Patapim lose the next fight, it means they can still touch. That's why they had to take the fight early.
Patapim went before Nevix could build Meteor M.
How many of these players played Overwatch? Most of them. I think at least half of them. Virtus Pro, the entire roster played Overwatch.
Before they go for that strange TP, Sparker gets taken to half, can't possibly go down. It's to him that Virtus Pro are going to be looking to.
So what do you do if you're Patapim here? Cap ulting to the backline, force defensive.
To make sure that everyone's going to have enough HP. Spark already falling fairly low, needs to back away for a moment.
Dude, he's so scared of the hook.
Moving on to the point now, the freedom charge from Polly.
Yeah, good force defensive. Force defensive with the cap ulti. Good if oh yeah, no. Good. Oh, what? How did we get him? Oh man, that sucks so bad. I feel so bad, bro. It's fine. They take strange TP. They use a bunch of ultis. They have no ultis. They have to take strange TP. They have strange TP, and then they have Luna ulti with a strange TP. They actually had a big advantage in that fight. They have a big advantage in that fight. Sparker should have set up on the high ground. They have TP, Luna ulti. I don't think you should swap to Spider-Man. You don't need to swap to Spider-Man. Where's the Luna ulti, bro?
But here's the sustainability coming through from the side of Alex. Psionic seduction will drag all in.
He was late with the Luna ulti. He got 2 of his friends killed. But I think they can come back.
They need to keep this contested, yes, but Virtus Pro have all of their skill, all of their marbles, all their crowns, and all of their traditions
Oh my God.
being arrayed in a line to try and keep them alive in this series. It's Tanuki.
Don't die, Cap. He overextended by a little bit. He shouldn't have not overextended that much. It's over. He was late with the Luna ulti. Wow! Is your first MRI watch party? Yes. Luna ulti should have been super early. Doesn't matter. They don't have ultis.
Virtus Pro remain in the series. The reverse sweep potential still on the cards. What a turnaround of Hell's Heaven. Sparker's Winter Soldier has been absolutely standout.
Dude, if you're 2-0, if you're Patapim and you're winning 2-0 and you get a reverse flip, I don't know, I would not leave my house for a year.
It feels like there are just 3 people
Called it, JK didn't call anything.
Whose throat is currently clutched in Emma Frost's hands.
Unbelievable. A reverse sweep potentially on the cards.
If you play Invisible Woman compared to Cloak and Dagger here, what are really the disadvantages? No disadvantage if you play Invisible Woman here every time. You actually do so much better with the pulls. It works so much better. The only thing is that Cloak and Dagger forces Mag ulti, but also Invisible Woman ulti forces Mag ulti. Was Invis banned? Maybe. But who bans Invis? See in the Discord for Punisher? It's not reliable. It's a long cooldown. And doesn't hit half the time. Wolverine bans Invis, but they banned Wolverine.
I would say that Rad Esports are waiting in the wings, like VOD watching and studying, but honestly, I don't know how anyone could look at this analytically first time through and feel anything other than sheer joy. This is esports, Mox. This is such a series.
What's the point of Wolverine suicide? It's better to trade a DPS for a tank. Wolverine with no shift is kind of ass, and it's a very long cooldown. If you can take a tank out of the fight, at the expense of your shift, it's worth. Because Wolverine is useless with no shift.
Look at the amount of resources that the other Punisher has to be able to bring.
Do you have friends on either team? I wouldn't say friends. I used to play a lot with Saipe, a lot in Overwatch. We actually had a really good grind. I remember in Overwatch 1 we used to have a really good session. I climbed to rank 1 playing with Saipe.
And can do naught but turn and walk towards the pretty shiny, and this is such a banger of a series.
I don't know about you, Mox, but I need a break. So we'll be back for map 5 after this.
You jump with torch, still worth. Wolverine no shift is just kind of like not doing anything. Let me upload the short while we're at it.
My power grows. Beholds the god of thunder.
1 second. Can you hear that? Can you hear my voice through the mic? I got a new wireless mic. I don't know if you noticed from my new short, but I got a new wireless mic that you put on your shirt so you have good sound quality. Because the sound quality of my camera is so garbage that I had to buy a new one. What the fuck? Describe your video. Bad mic quality, dude. It's not the bad mic quality. It's also the echo. The echo is just unbearable. It has okay reduction. I got the DJI mic mini. It's not the best one, but it's actually pretty useful to what I do. It's easier to record videos. Do you like Valorant? Not after Neon. I used to like Valorant a lot more. Let me edit this. One second.
Mox, how could it be anything else but 2-2? The last possible moments. Virtus Pro versus Berber Patapim. It's all on the line. A ticket to China to the grand finals, a share of a $250,000 prize pool, but also going to the first ever international LAN for Marvel Rivals.
Sorry, guy, I'm editing. I don't want you to hear what the stuff.
Finally say once and for all, Berber Patapim or Virtus Pro, which team are better? Because we came into this season,
Okay.
that was a question.
Got it.
That
Boom.
was at the back
Perfect.
of our minds, at the back of every single team's mind. Whenever we talk to them and being like, oh, who do you think is going to win overall? Or rank the teams
Nice,
that you
okay,
think
got
are the
it.
strongest. I would hear consistently, some people would immediately put full
Putting
stop
on
on Virtus Pro,
captions and we're
but
good to
there were
go.
rumors and whispers circulating
Wasn't he really high rank? I used to be a
Berber Patapim,
Radiant
how
player
strong this team was, how strong the pickups
like my
have been, the
I
players
used to
that
play in
they've been
Radiant a
able
lot.
to put together, the hero pools that everyone on this team had, and the fact that they were the ones winning scrims, that they've been the most successful so far outside of official game plays. And we've got to see Berber Patapim really come into their own. They went from just being very much a dive-flavored team, which meant that they were pretty easy to understand what comps you're up against, how you can potentially go into the pick and ban draft system against them and limit their power levels. And they've just fully evolved and flourished into a team that can play so many different ways, and that's what Virtus Pro has always been able to do too. So it feels like it's two juggernauts, a movable object, unstoppable force, but one of them is going to have to
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, they have their strengths, certainly. They have their predilections and their own little flavors, but these teams can play anything, it's true. And only one can
I will
make
upload
to
it first to
LAN.
my TikTok and
Brad
then
is
I'm uploading it
already
to YouTube.
waiting
Sorry, guys.
hungrily.
This is
In
not
the
an
final for
Overwatch
whatever team
or
comes
Marvel
out of
Rivals.
this.
It's actually
The
both.
team
It's
that
for
comes
every
out of
hero
this
shooter.
is either going to be dead tired or fired up beyond belief. Right now, the momentum lies with Virtus Pro. The potential for a reverse sweep is so real.
The potential for a full hold on this
Just had my
next
first
map,
live
though,
coaching
is
session, damn it,
also
today, hopefully.
just as likely,
You
Harry,
got it,
because
man.
Berber
Got it.
Patapim, they decide they will put their tournament lives and LAN potential on the line and take us
Post,
to
boom,
the newest
posted.
map. And I mean, this isn't just a statement.
I posted it
right?
on TikTok, and now I have
This
to
is a
post it on
gauntlet,
YouTube.
a
So give me a
glove
second.
being slapped upon the cheek of Virtus Pro,
Why did
because
Neon kill
Virtus
your
Pro
enjoyment of
have been
Valorant?
on
Because
record
Neon
to
made it
state
that you
that they
essentially there's
love
like
the next
how
map
do you
that we're
counterplay
heading
Neon
to.
that he's sliding
We
into a bomb
finalized
site? You
this
can't.
on
It's a
Araco.
fucking it's so annoying. So Valorant was
So we're gonna
essentially
finish
promised
on
to
the
be
brand
a,
new map.
a
It's the
game where
same
gunplay
first
matters,
again,
and
but
now
don't let
Valorant
Ken play
gunplay
the
doesn't
key.
matter.
Don't
It's
let
all
Fi
utility.
eat up.
All utility.
I mean, they're fine having Tanuki on
All
that
fucking
torch,
smokes,
but that's
flashes,
exactly
clearing
what
bomb
Berber
site
Patapim
with
are gonna
ulti.
deviate.
Can't
No
fucking
more
hold an
Captain
angle, can't
America
do anything.
protection. They saved the Logan.
All right. Tanuki has been able to do so much with the Logan thus far. But now, yeah, maybe you don't have the first protect on Polly's Captain America anymore.
Why can't
Virtus
I
Pro
upload
are
this?
happy
Hello?
to try
What am I
and take
missing?
that one away, and likely going to see Cypher's Loki protected again.
I wonder if Berber
What the
go
fuck?
after the
Why
Gamma.
can't I upload a video?
It's not the highest matter,
Whatever.
but the
Let's
last
do it
time
like
these
this
two
then.
teams went head-to-head on this map, Tanuki was forced over to the Wolverine, and the Namor and the Hulk made his life absolute misery.
I mean, like, we just finished an Asia Grand Finals that was an 8-map best of 7. We're going to map 5 for this one. This might be one of the most hard days to schedule around in Marvel Rivals in history. Because I bet that our Grand Finals is going to go to 7, which means NA is probably going to be waiting for a while.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be waiting to
YouTube,
see more
boom.
Punisher gameplay. As Star-Lord's
Are you rooting for either one of the teams? No. You know, I like to root for the underdog. I like Virtus Pro players. I am on good terms with most of them from Overwatch, but I always root for the underdogs. So maybe I'm rooting a little bit for Patapim just because they're underdogs. However, I would be fine with both winning, and wouldn't be sad if any of them lost.
Gonna have to be the counter.
You think that he'd be good at Siege? I think there's no single, there isn't a single video game that would be not good at.
We asked about earlier, and just go, okay, fine, we'll mirror the Punisher, we'll put Fi on it.
Wait.
One last protect here.
Wait, Harry, Psylocke made it through, and Luna. So far for both teams.
Oh, yeah. the
Luna
Psylocke
ban.
is great of a Psylocke.
Wait,
You can get
Psylocke.
as much value out of it without Polly on the cap, maybe.
Potentially you don't have a Luna though,
Wait,
because
wait.
I think Virtus Pro uses this last ban system slot to take the Luna out. So you can go for the Psylocke 1v1, but Sparker will have
How does
the
he crop
lead.
it? Doesn't crop anything.
Both of them are going to have, I was going to say both of them are going to have the Emma projectiles so that you can go for your mirror form and potentially have the upper hand against your opponent. But no, Virtus Pro actually prioritized the
Whatever.
Emma taken out.
Do you like the latest Marvel Rivals map?
Both teams.
The Araco, the Payload one? Do you ever
Lose
play
up.
Fortnite or Warzone? I used to play Fortnite when it came out for a little bit. I think it was enjoyable, the beginning. Warzone never
Oh,
played.
this is it's going to be a bit of an Emma Frost. Could be a big difference maker here. That's going to force Enzo to pick up the Hulk. Enzo's very good at the Hulk. I wouldn't mind seeing Enzo play the Venom sometime as well. We've seen it get a lot of value, especially in overtime on Midtown.
Not against the thing though. I feel.
Yeah, the thing
Because-
really is an issue for that.
The thing was one of the first counters that a lot of people looked to when dive was becoming a problem, since you would utilize the Earthbound debuff. The Venom would go in, and then before he could swing out, boom. Guy was just prevented from moving a singular inch. No force physics necessary, so you still got to have the star strategist lineup that you wanted to. As both of these teams, as we can see from production, so helpfully providing for us, are 3-1 on Araco coming on through.
The Flora Colossus is ready to once more bring verdant life to this machined block. But who will be... Oh, okay, Nevix has already been exiled. They're holding early. That's Fi on the Doctor Strange right there. This is going to be a TP. This is going to be a Team Pep style defense.
Yeah, Sparketeers on that Winter Soldier. They catch immediately the flank that Berber Patapim tried
1
to
second,
find.
guys.
Yeah,
Uploading.
also taken out before it can find Virtus Pro's exposed by
Uploaded.
all the strategists. And in the meantime,
I hate Araco. Yeah, no, I don't like
happy
Araco that much.
at showing
Not a big
that
fan of that map.
hypocritical oath can become
It's,
hypocritical oath when a Loki is a
Like one of
strategist
those
on the
maps
line.
where you can spawn hold, and I don't like spawn holding maps.
Yes, I've taken a hypocritical oath. Why do you ask? Nevix just bopping around with these stone haymakers. Tanuki's made the swap.
It's smart to play. The reason why spawn camping maps and payload are like dumb is because essentially there's so many fights that you can take as a defender. It favors defenders so much. Because look, even if they would win the fight, it would take them at least a minute to win the fight, and then the defenders have 2 more fights. So essentially you can waste 4 minutes just by stalling the point. You don't even have to play to win, you just have to play to stall. And they can't finish the first point. Good BP, by the way. I like the BP pick. Araco is literally Dorado. Yeah, Psylocke BP is a really good pick here. Oh, whoa. Sparker is clutching this. But they can't win because they come back from spawn. Yeah.
There's still a Kraken impact in the back pocket, but you don't really want to use that one, so just going to TP back quickly and use it, I imagine.
Yeah, VP just going to be sacrificing themselves on the objective itself, given the fact that they lost both of their strategists to Pokey in the back line. And it's going to be a very fast contested TP play coming on from them. They do have the regeneration domain, so no ultimate needed to match up to the sustain that Ken provides on the Eternal Bond. But now that the Eternal Bond has come on through, out comes the fate of both worlds. Ayavakamota catches only Nevix, however, though, and that's not going to result into anything outside of a huge meteor connection onto Dreedro.
Yeah, Dreedro dunked on, which means there's going to be a second strategist ultimate available here. Ayavakamota from Fi gets absolutely nothing, but Bass Descent ready to go as well, and most of the defensive options are gone already. Tanuki slicing back and forth with the Spirit Rend, which is to slice through the flesh of the bears and turn them into burgers, as Berber Padapim clean up on the backside of this one, investing everything they can. Virtus Pro, but didn't really have a sustained.
I uploaded the short in case you want to see. What do you guys think of my new shorts? What do you guys think of the new concept of the shorts? I roll into video games. Love your content. Overwatch nostalgia video gives me a little emotion to this day.
Manages to utilize it to pocket now. Sparker on the Kraken impacts. Virtus Pro have one more good fight before
Like Stalin Ryan with Circuit Royale. I think it was mostly in Overwatch. It used to be in what's that map? Havana. In Overwatch, it was Havana before they made that you can leave from the top high ground. You would get spawn holds, and you would have 3 fighter defenders, and you could stall for 4 minutes in the first point. Kind of lame.
A little bit longer to charge now. Enzo under siege from the Emma Frost. That's a take to the skies right now. However, look at that. A good shutdown could be enough to try and get rid of Saipe. What a peel coming through from
Not a big fan of the dash into invisibility, but
Sparker still surviving, unable to find it. Big grab onto Pokey. Tanuki taken down elsewhere.
Sparky is getting pocketed so hard, it's actually insane.
It's going to be a movement forward here.
Nice, good. As soon as I say that, nobody heals him. Oh, you have to wait. Wait. Saipe copied everyone by accident. Damn. Yeah, good ulti. They have no defenses, they win. Never mind. Shoot one time, dash! Yo, it's so close. Good, the lamp.
Unbelievably clutch.
Sparker will be able to take down Enzo, but unfortunately he trades himself.
Thanks,
for
Matt
it.
Cat.
And without that Winter Soldier in play, Berber Patapim's dive duelist.
Third bone example? Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on these things.
Tanuki is off of the Panther, by the way. That Winter Soldier proving a little bit too hard for the Panther's claws to fall through. He's over to the Wolverine, despite Nevix on this thing.
Just watch the short. Went from 9 deaths per 10 to 4. Great video. Happy to help, man. Is hell like character? Yes.
Yeah, Polly already down, almost 100 rage here. Fire's going to have a great setup for their last stand, if only they want it. But for now, the overwhelming cleave.
The sounds that the thing makes when he punches are so funny. It sounds like Tom and Jerry is grabbing a pan and hitting someone in the head. Ouch. Why did Tanuki swap to Wolverine? Keep BP, bro. Just because they swapped to the thing doesn't mean that he can't play BP anymore. Can. And also he was playing okay. Like, dude, if you're Tanuki, just go Moon Knight. Do me a favor. Just Moon Knight. It's my rank up game. Please go Moon Knight.
Sparker reigns above it all, waiting for the Psylocke to emerge and slaying them thereafter.
That is the second time, by the way, that Sparker has
How is really run situation? There's a ceasefire, so it's paused in the meantime.
CC immunity that Kraken Impact provides on the aerial jump. He's done it on first, he does it on second, and even though America potentially found its mark, Finzi with the Carbon Crush takes down the follow-up Maelstrom of Madness before it can come on through, and Virtus.pro stabilize the hold upon this first corner, which means it's so horrible for a space that Tanuki.
What do you do if you're Tanuki here? You go flank and try to ulti? Yeah, that's what you do.
As it is going to provide the Earthbound status piece going all the way around the back carry. He's looking for a flank last stand.
Fincy worried about the location of that Wolverine. Gonna be a quick grab, dragging players.
Fi got his picks. What did Tanuki do? Who did he grab? Wow, that was actually good. Tanuki grabbed 2 people. And now defensive is not doing anything. They grabbed them away from the Lunar ulti as well.
He's always been still channeling that fate of both worlds. Will be out of the lunar form soon and returning to the Loki spot.
I've noticed that they're not using the thing's throw. They don't do the throws with the thing. I think that the biggest game changer, and I think that Parapim are gonna win here, it's because now they finally have consistent damage and pick potential. So Poki was playing Punisher, but now they're playing Psylocke. And as you can see, Psylocke is getting so many kills. Punisher, it's very difficult to get kills against organized team because it's less burst damage. Psylocke has insane burst damage. What's up, Visa?
The dance of a butterfly is forcing players to stay back to share out the damage and democratize for slices.
Tanuki's gonna catch somebody? Yeah, he's gonna catch somebody, I'm sure. I trust.
Currently having to deal with Enzo on the thing in the melee, the boxing match going on between.
Whoa, clubbering time, bro. How did he die so fast? What? Why ulti there? I think he was trying to dodge the mag ulti. The swap, Fi swapping to Psylocke is also very good, but I think it's a little bit late for that. Unless, is he gonna ult? No. Less fights. Do they have defensive for Psylocke ulti? Yes, they do. They have their own Psylocke ulti. They win off of ultimates. They have only one defensive. Yeah. And I think Tanuki fucks defensives. Uh-oh. Diff. Good ulti. Force defensives. They push with defensive. Tanuki now can ulti. Yep. Yep. Go with your ulti. They have no defenses. Move your ass, bro. Move. Nice. They're just healing each other. It's so fucking annoying, bro. A Sparker just kills 3.
Kraken Impact comes on from Sparker, Berber, Patapim, Tanuki. Not going to be in time with the Doctor Strange portal. And Virtus.pro will end Berber Patapim's run of Araco before it becomes.
Let me get some water, guys.
Push through. Something
It's
to
too
note here
intense
is that
for me.
we're
I gotta
currently
pee as well.
denied the Poki versus Sparker Psylocke conclusion of who is the strongest in the EMEA region, given the fact that this Winter Soldier from Sparker has been indispensable for the side of Virtus.pro. Fi is the one who's having to flex onto the Psylocke instead.
Oh, Virtus.pro, they've got so far to go. Berber Padham, they may have been hoping for the full completion, yes, but I think they're already happy with the distance gained. This is such a defensively favored map. We've seen so many first holds. And now, Berber Padham, their fate is in their own hands, Mox. There's no one but the 12 players in this lobby who can do anything more.
You're worried too if you're the side of Virtus.pro with the amount of just spaces on this map where it's really awkward to try and land a Kraken Impact. Berber Patapim now on the defense, they can kite when they know that Sparker's ultimate is approaching and just avoid it off of low overhanging door frames.
Oh, between these two teams, who else could it have been fighting for this last spot? Rad, they proved their supremacy in the bracket. They've done so well. Virtus.pro and Berber Patapim, it's a rivalry as old as time.
Chat, I got a pop quiz for you. At the end, Poki used his ulti after Saipe finishes defensive ulti, right? Two supports were looking at each other, healing each other. What do you do when you're Patapim? When Pokey Psylocke ultis, and enemy supports are healing each other. What do you do?
Yeah, that pokey angle, it's so scary to deal with. And a team like Virtus.pro giving that kind of respect to the Sparker, to the Psylocke, well earned, considering that Spark has been dominating on it.
You click W. They have no supports because they're healing each other. Tanks and DPS have no healing. Literally just click W.
So much resources demanded by the low HP Wolverine.
But I'm not sure what happened because I don't think Virtus.pro had any ultis there. I don't know why they give so much space to Virtus.pro. They should have held them in spawn for like a minute and a half. And even if you lose the first fight, you take the second fight here. Exactly the same spot. I don't know why they gave them so much space. Should have taken the first fight, waste a minute and a half out of the clock, and then take the second fight exactly where it is now. Not sure what they're doing.
Spark starts to crack an impact in the back pocket, but look at this. Nevix is going to be able to tax this entry so
look, he's just holding the corner and just punching the corner. It's insane.
Can buy better out of him safe passage into this fight with an eternal bond, and that's going to have to be the play. Out comes the Terror Cape.
After this, Sparker is going to pop his ulti. Okay, BP is actually not bad.
Oh, and they've warded away that Black Panther.
I don't get it.
To come back in now. Quick freeze, I believe. Enzo, stunned up by Nevix.
How did he get a pick through Luna ulti? What?
Landing down yet again over to the cloak and dagger, trying to chase out that dark dimension.
Do they have defensives?
But the final note might well be the cross heal here and a shutdown.
No.
Onto the Meteor M, the regen domains were everything. You can't keep this one contested if you're Psylocke.
Nice. Pokey. Pokey, the goats. No.
And Tanuki goes down as well. They're going to be able to stagger out Ken, which is brutal.
Good.
So Berber Patapim are at least stalling out the progression.
I don't understand why they let them push to the end the entire first point without stopping the Payload a single time.
Virtus.pro can still surge forward and take control of the next corner, which the defenders normally get to utilize to stall and stabilize out for such a long time.
As the first play is so stressful with Cap or Venom, that I just can't see my front line. I need to run him support is distracting me. Movement, a lot of moving. Don't stand in one place for too long. It's gonna be easy to die when you're playing support.
Oh, still getting the grab. Polly taken down, and when you've got two of these shield vanguards, that means all the more cleave for Nevix, who's back to the old tried and true fire on the off angle, just taking away this space. Virtus.pro, they are looking hot on Araco.
Why aren't they taking any fights ever? Look how much the Payload is moving for free. Yo. And Pokey dies. They let them have too many fights for free.
Three players stunned by the clobbering time, and the calling
he can ulti, he can... What is that ulti? Nice, good strange ulti. He did run the corner like I expected him to. Did he just body block him into the corner? Insane. Actually, it was a very good strange ulti, but I still don't understand why they let him get so far for free. Genuinely don't get it.
Deal with Nevix forced to give up their little bit of positioning here, but this is going to be very aggressive. Oh, Enzo couldn't fly away inside the Yancey Street charge. They were earthbound. Pokey noted, and now an attempt to try and grab anyone who presents himself to the Emma. Full charge here for Fincy into the diamond form, sharing out the damage inside of the fate of both worlds. It's impossible to manage. Polly needs to deliver on this.
What is that? He threw it into the TP. Not that it would have killed anybody. It was a lamp, but it's so funny. Wow. Good pick by Tanuki. Very good pick by Tanuki. Does he live? Probably not. Oh, he grabbed the health pack. And he distracted the Psylocke. And the Psylocke... Wow, I can't believe Tanuki lives here. It's actually insane. The fact that Tanuki lives here means so much. Because he distracted the Psylocke, and Psylocke didn't do enough damage, and he used Cloak and Dagger ulti. Damn. Pretty good play by Tanuki. Very good play by Tanuki.
Into the back line of Virtus.pro. That just gets followed up off of the back of base primary from the Magneto, and that fight went on so incredibly long. It's now 1 minute and a half. Sparker, though, going to be approaching that Kraken impact. Enzo is going to have the Eye of Agamotto. Alex can line it up, can sync to the beat.
Wait, 5 swap Psylocke to Wolverine? I actually think it's not a good play. Don't think it's a good play. I think he should have stayed on the side.
Isolation onto Tanuki. Alex still has,
He was
yeah,
getting a lot done on side. The only reason why it looked like he wasn't is because Tanuki he chased Tanuki too much at the end. But if he just ignored Tanuki, it would have been fine. Good ulti, very good ulti. Oh, he did the... Wow, never mind. Sparker click Q on Doctor Strange ulti. Wow. Parker, wow. Parker click Q into Strange ulti to avoid it. That was really nice.
He is free for free on Kraken impact timing into Eye of Agamotto, and Berber Patapim lose the potential of holding.
Why are the commentators always bad? Why don't hire pros? It's because the commentator's job is to create hype and to kind of briefly explain what is going on. A pro player would get... I think that most pro players would get overly analytical, and they would fail to commentate on the game properly. The average player doesn't really care.
Second chances, no more mulligans. All the weeks, months, years of scrims, it all comes down to this.
Okay, dies. Five swap to Psylocke. It was smart to swap back to Psylocke.
On the Psylocke and delivering here. A big terror cape from Ken could be everything.
Good ammo ulti.
Good, but the Sonic seduction is better. That magnetic curtain's gonna drop soon, but it's
But Patapim made a big mistake by taking fights only late to the fight. They gave them 3 minutes for free because they didn't take fights early. They took fights almost at the end of the map. Look, they always get from the beginning of the point almost to the end of the point where there's a proper team fight going on.
Sparker on the Winter Soldier, and speaking about Winter Soldier, Spark has got the ultimate. Nevix is clobbering time to set it up. Berber Patapim have to dodge the ultimate.
Do you think Psylocke is underrated? No. What did Fi do there? Also, I hate when they do the dash into the invis. It's pointless. Okay, they have 40 seconds and they're stacked with 6 ultis. 6 ultis against 6 ultis for the last fight. What do you guys think is gonna happen? Oh my god, 6 ultis against 6 ultis in the last fight is actually insane.
And this has been all the time that was needed here for Berber Padam to build up to their own 5
All you have to do is not be the first one to use your ultis and you'll be fine. They can use Cloak and Dagger first, that wouldn't be an issue. Cloak and Dagger first would be okay. No, they use Luna first. Oh my god. Everybody's spamming ultis, it's over. Foley gets the first pick, Dridra is dead. It's over, it's over! It's over, guys! Patapim win. Oh my. The underdogs won. That was such a close match. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I have no idea what happened there. They used 6 ultis at the same time. I don't know what even happened.
Not wanting to go for the 6v6 brawl with that much on the line, call off the fight, reposition, and look to come back anew. And Berber Patapim take the
Matt killed Luna before she got her ult. Huge play.
Tanuki and Pokey both being able to pick apart player after player, and when Virtus Pro needed
And Dridro is holding tears right now. I like Dridro, but dying there at the end with Luna ultis, you're holding tears. I'm sorry, you're crying. You don't leave the house for the next year.
But they don't have the time left to wait. They've got to full send the push regardless. And Dance of the Butterflies, it's the thing that they need.
They desperately needed it, but Berber Patapim, they needed to go to China more than anything else. They were putting it all on the line, facing down the reverse sweep. Looking towards the Bears with momentum, they dig in their heels, they stomp down and they say no. Absolutely.
Sparker was playing insane. Sparker was playing insane. But I mean, you can only do so much, you know, like. And it's not like his team was playing bad. I actually think Patapim was playing pretty poorly on the first 2 points. Only at the 3rd point they played fairly well. When they managed to climb this, I think that the second 2 defenses of Patapim was actually pretty garbage. They were pretty bad, and they managed to win off of people's good play, individuals. So like, you know, Enzo hit a really nice Strange ulti, or Tanuki made a really good play. It boiled down to a lot of individual performance.
Really quickly get the pick that you need, and then not even require all of the resources from the rest of your team as follow through, because Luna Snow made it through the advanced pick and bans. You've got the idol aura. Your Luna is literally idle, just healing the vanguards all the while Pokey is winning the 1v1s up on the high ground. That was the thing that allowed Berber Patapim to come back into this match. For me, Tanuki was the star of the show in so many other maps, but Pokey has to
Yeah,
be the MVP of the series.
Pokey played really well.
I mean,
Pokey played very well.
just
I
finding
what did I
every
tell you
touch
guys? What did I tell you at the beginning of this map? What did I tell you at the beginning of the map? Pokey is now playing Psylocke, and that's why I think Patapim was gonna win the map. When they play Psylocke, when Patapim plays Psylocke, they play a lot better. When they play these garbage Wolverine, fucking Wolverine, whatever the other DPS is, Punisher was not working for them. Punisher was actually pretty garbage for them. It's not easy, pretty bad. It's not that he's a pretty bad character. It's just that Punisher doesn't have the same burst damage on enemies, and Virtus Pro are really good at utilizing their defensive ultimates and kiting. And Pokey, when he peaks Psylocke, he actually can finish kills and make plays. Torch was also meh. Torch was okay, but I think that Tanuki made a lot of mistakes. He should have used ultimates earlier sometimes. He got hooked way too many times. But that you can also kind of say that Sparker made good plays.
As Berber Patapim will be matching up against Rad, and the last time these two teams matched up, well, that one went the distance too. I remember.
Is this live? No, it's pre-recorded, bro. I'm here from the future.
It's a BO7, much like a Loki casting God of Mischief and transforming into a Lunar Snow. And I'm so happy to tell you, Harry, that we get that reality. It's gonna be a BO7, and it feels like these two teams, they're gonna take it all the way.
I mean, I was watching that Winners final so jealously, man. So, well, let's just say I hope that Rad are coming in warm, because Berber Patapim certainly are. They have been pressed to their very limits, but the rewards are great when the risk is the greatest. They will be representing EMEA. They are the last team we can add to our smorgasbord of invitees before we figure out who's coming from China later on. And our EMEA participants, I couldn't be more proud of them. They are going to, it's gonna be easy clap for EMEA. There's no other way to say it. There's no other way to say it.
I thought Virtus was better team, but now I'm not sure. Well, I don't know much about the team. I know Virtus Pro were very dominant, but when the thing about the thing about Marvel Rivals, right, is that the skill ceiling is not high, and I don't see that a team can be dominant for long periods of time. Because you can only play so good at Marvel Rivals. It's like it's a game where a team cannot be dominant for long periods of time. Virtus Pro was dominant because they had the best players at the beginning. They had the best players straight up, right? But now other people are catching up. Other people are able to play good heroes. Other people are going to take matchups, blah, blah, blah. So naturally, Virtus Pro are not going to be the best team forever. It's the same. I don't know if you guys remember, but it's a long time ago. I don't know if you guys remember Nip, and in Counter-Strike at the beginning. They were so dominant. They went on like a 90 win streak. Why? Because Nip of Counter-Strike Global Offensive was all the best players in 1.6. Get Right, Forest, all the best players in 1.6. Got stacked up in a Counter-Strike Global Offensive. They play. They win 90 games in a row. 90 tournaments in a row, whatever. And then they lose. You want to know why? Because it's been a year and people are now able to catch up. This is not Counter-Strike 1.6 anymore. Yeah. So now everybody caught up. Now everybody is in equal footings. Get Right. He's not the best player anymore. He was the best one, like he wasn't the best 1.6 players. Forrest was one of the best 1.6 players. But hey, this is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and now things work a little bit different here. You know Xantaras from CS, of course.
Like it looked like it was going to be a lights out 0 and
Why did it not lie?
Virtus Pro started coming back on for a potential reverse sweep. As a coach, how did you try and keep the team to task in terms of mental?
So, to be honest, yesterday was when we lost. We didn't expect to lose, or we knew it was possible, but it hurt us when we lost. I think so. The first thing was making sure that we're mentally ready for today. We talked a lot about how, look, you don't get a lot of second chances, so we have to use ours correctly. And we weren't afraid of the reverse sweep. We weren't like, oh no, they've taken 2 maps. It's looking bad. as soon as we went to Araco and Hell 7, we knew we'll win one of them, basically. And they...
Dude, just say, Pokey plays Psylocke, we win. Pokey plays Punisher, we lose. Come on, bro. Do me a favor.
But we knew also if we have Araco, we have basically, you know, 50% chance of winning. Or rather, we're going to win one of them, so we have a 100% chance. So we weren't too nervous about that. But honestly, the boys are demons. The boys are mentality monsters. So... I was probably more nervous than them. The fact that some of them stepped up, the fact that Pokey stepped up the way he did on Araco.
Thank you, Pokey. Swaps the Psylocke, dominates the lobby.
Yeah, I'm really proud of them. I think they're amazing. Sorry, I'm a little bit lost for words. I'm not any better at this. But
No.
That's nice. It's nice as a coach to be happy for a player. It's good for him.
Not to swear. I don't want to get any fines. I don't want to make good news into bad news.
Yeah, you guys are on the line for some big cash at the moment heading into.
Can you nod a bit awkward? There's not enough nodding. There's not enough smiles and nodding.
Salah, when it comes to your tenure with this team, how long have you been with Berber Padapim? Did you come in after Polly and Pokey, or were you part of like drafting Polly Pokey into like the OG core?
So I was actually with them in OG from MRI. I was there during the MRI run. It was like kind of the first week, so I wasn't doing so much. But yeah, I was there. I've been there since the start. Basically.
I think that Samiro is still stuck in a Rubik's Cube.
I have to say it was probably tenor actually. He wanted to show a little bit of bias towards the Norwegians, but it's a good thing he did, to be honest. They're insane.
Yeah, they were
so
absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
In terms of the pick and ban,
how does a coach help pro players?
Change, right,
because pro players can still make very basic mistakes and not notice. It happens.
You immediately banned out the Human Torch. How did you come to the conclusion that was the way?
How good is Salah if he's coaching? Are you familiar with that? I have no idea who he is.
So, the first ban we did on the first game was basically like we said, okay, if we ban in this line, we know that we're going to force them onto awkward DPSs that they don't want to play. They want to play the Torch, they want to play Psylocke, they want to play Starload. So we knew that we basically had to ban him out. So we banned out I can't remember what we banned. The first bit, it wasn't the Torch, we banned out second. After that, we won that game, we knew that, okay, there's a chance they save Torch. So just to preemptively, we basically said, okay, he's not playing Torch this game. The thing is, when he plays Torch, he's able to... We're a dive team, I would say, and he's able to kind of help with the dive a lot more. So we knew that if we don't want him to dictate the pace of the game, we don't want him to have any control over anything, we're not letting him have the Torch. So yeah, that was pretty much it.
Who is the Torch player? Is he talking about Sparker?
Insight. We're going to let you go so that you can prep the boys for the grand
finals of best of 7 now.
Yeah.
Is it safe to assume that coaches are also lead the game? No. I actually think that a lot of coaches in Overwatch and Mob Rivals are pretty not so good. Not so good. That's from my experience.
Respect to them, they did good yesterday, but hopefully we can get some revenge today. I just want to say though,
Team Shmongus, bro.
This is not so much on me. My players are insane.
Okay, chat. Should I play Mob Rivals? Should I just log into the game, lock in BP, and just abuse the fact that there are no rigs? That there are no rigs? What do you guys think? It's an interesting game to watch.
Thank you so much for joining us, Salah.
All right, let me do that. Let me log into the game. Can I join? Yeah, I'm Mr. Solo Keeper. Wait. I haven't played Marvel Rivals in like 2 weeks. And my rank got decayed, but it's okay. 2 weeks, no game. Let's see how how good I play. Do you ever do it? Sometimes with my friend? Yeah, sometimes. I don't think BP needs a nerf, to be honest. Maybe he doesn't need a buff, but he doesn't need a nerf, that's for sure. What's your favorite game to play right now? Counter-Strike. Okay. Do you prefer CS or Valorant? CS. Let's CS 10 out of 10 times. Can you see the screen? Should be able to see the screen, right? My screen. There you go. Let's see how much I decayed. I wonder how much I actually decayed here. Cool. Oh no. Oh, whoa. Competitive downgrade alerts. Oh my goodness, everywhere. Oy. 16 days of inactivity. Oh my. Eternity 12 was like Eternity 100. I got decayed the entire thing. The hell? Okay. Whatever. Alright.
No true king makes decisions for himself. Victory belongs to
Okay, already looking good. Already looking good.
Prepare yourselves.
Double KO! That's 3! Wow, 4 in a row! 5! That's amazing! 6 in a row! Way to go! Unbelievable!
Come on, man.
Victory belongs to Wakanda. Aim is true. A trio of victories. You have brought shame. Prepare yourselves.
You know what? I feel like actually playing some Moon Knight. I'm not gonna lie, but okay. Are you on Frankfurt? Probably. Tokyo 2999. Is it back? Is that map back? What Tokyo 2099? Is that the map that was off?
Which hero do you think you
No,
want to
never
be
mind. It's not
today?
that map.
Are you ready to hunt?
That skin is so ugly. I'm
Are
not
you
gonna
ready
lie. I
to
want to have it
hunt?
normal. I think I should probably buy a normal
Are you
VP
ready
skin.
to- Are you ready
That's the
to
first
hunt?
battle pass skin. Looks kind of ugly.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Change shadow of stream. I did. Hey, Alcor, I'm stuck at low eternity for a long time. Mostly play Hulk. I would like to ask when a guide will come. Hulk is not on top of my priority list at the moment. Why did they take off the map? The Tokyo one. The Shin Shibuya. Does VP have high hit carry potential? Yeah. Do people still ban Storm? Yeah, apparently. Let's ban Storm. I'll happily ban Storm. Do you like BP like Iron Fist? I like BP more than Iron Fist. Okay. Am I fast? I am
The
fast.
right heroes could make all the difference.
First point of Shishibuya was painted cap, yeah, but he can just rework the map. Just rework the map. Just rework the first point. I agree. I think that the first point was kind of ass. I agree with that.
Round
Enemies
1.
beware. The Panther is on the prowl.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Alright.
Are you like
Do you coach sessions?
Of
course. Yeah, usually I do coach sessions on Sunday, but we're going to do them later this week.
Entering
Not today.
is easier than leaving.
Which is more enjoyable to watch, Marvel Rivals or Overwatch? I enjoy watching Overwatch more, but to be honest, both experiences are not that enjoyable for me. So it's just nice for a change. I like to try something new.
From what I hear,
Did he pull him off?
I don't think I'm gonna like him very much.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Where's everyone? Okay.
Scratch my back.
You were not blessed. Ah, yes. Better.
I'm never.
All right. Did my part, I guess.
I have spotted a foe.
Oh! Oh, I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. Okay, I didn't make it that big of a mistake, I guess. Come on. What? I'm stuck! Bro, what is that? So slow.
Tremble before wrath.
Alright. He's up the map, that guy.
My aim is
Not bad. I think I'm a little bit kind of what the hell is happening a bit, but I'm doing okay. I'm noticing there are not that many rollers. So that much. Okay, nice pick.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Nice ulti. Nice. Nice. Good. Spider-Man is doing good as well. I don't know, this kind of seems a little bit too easy, I'm not gonna lie though.
He stopped them in their tracks.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, go for the supports. Really the only thing we do here. You really try to go for the Jeff here? I'm getting out from this Mr. Magic. I'm out.
Only 60 seconds left.
Oh. Oh man. What the hell?
Powerful healing.
Okay, squeeze her down. Throw the spear. Our BP rage quits. Damn. Why? Ah, their BP rage quit. He's gonna throw his team off the map. Damn.
Down to 30 seconds.
He got tipped and quit without saying a word. That's crazy.
I got behind you.
You're gonna try to push me off the map.
The final 10 seconds.
Alright. Walk out.
The current score
Alright, that was
is 0
easy.
to 0.
Does Black Panther quick
Time to
melee have
switch
longer reach
things
than his
up.
normal attack still? I don't think so. I think they
Side
patched it
you're
like the
on.
first season.
Are you ready to hunt?
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
How best can I support you from Brock? Well, the fact that you're here watching, I appreciate it, man. You know what? I actually have a better answer. How can you support me if you're broke? Go get a job, man. Not kidding. Go be employed, do good for yourself, make some money. Treat yourself and your family with something nice, okay? Don't have to watch. Don't even have to watch. Do some good things for yourself and you'll make me happy,
Makes
okay?
decisions only for himself.
They can stay here AFK on the stream to give me +1 viewer and go like literally get some job applications.
Get ready.
My people look forward to the afterlife.
Too bad I can't have you in my realm, little king.
Ever since Jeff got butchered, Awkward has not been the same. It is sad to see such beautiful shark go. I agree. I haven't been the same since Jeff nerfs, yeah.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Where's everyone?
See them? Right there. Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Ah, that was quick.
Another epic victory.
You're a full-time streamer? I wouldn't say I'm a full-time streamer. I stream 4 times a week. And I do it usually for 2 hours max. Which means I'm gonna close the stream very soon. I do full-time content creation, yeah, and I coach people full-time, yeah, that's for sure. How long did it take me? When I first started, it took me a year to be able to make a living. It took me a year of working to make a proper living. But now I live very comfortably. No, I don't know if it does more damage. I'm pretty sure that the melee of VP doesn't do more damage than left click. I think it's the same. But I'm not sure where would you use that melee at all.
Only for himself. The enemy approaches.
I think it's the same. I think the regular melee does a bit more, but it has a longer animation.
Double KO.
Fast, guide my spear.
That's 3.
Clearly, you were outmatched.
I think that if somebody is low and you want to do melee, you can do left click melee. That's super fast. It attacks super fast. Like, let me show you. Do this. Actually, it's almost the same speed. There's a 275 HP combo. I don't really care about these combos. They don't work like 99% of the time unless you're in bronze. Truthfully.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Are you ready to hunt?
I want to play Moon Knight here, I think.
Through the cloudless night, just like the moon.
What rank is hard to hit in your champion Overwatch or one above on champion Overwatch for sure? There's not too many people who hit champion in Overwatch compared to people who hit one above all in Marvel Rivals. One above all is top 500. Champion is like top 10. Thanks, nice. I'm happy for you. Do you think someone who wants to live from Marvel content is possible? Yeah, it's definitely possible. You can live from any content. You can make content of making Pokemon cakes and make a good living. Your streams are the one to learn the most from. Awkward. Thanks for the content. Happy to help, man. Why are they copying my picks, bro? It's the second time that I pick something and the number 5 is trying to take my pick. This is your main account? This is my main account, yeah. No WCS today? No, I was watching a Marvel Rivals. Pretty interesting game. Yesterday was also a pretty interesting game.
The right heroes could make
Do you enjoy playing games? Of course. You know, I think that I'm one of the only content creators at this point who plays off stream. I play Counter-Strike off stream. But I mean, I do a decent amount of Counter-Strike off stream. When I say decent, as much as I can.
I can either.
Not every time that I game is when I stream.
What's that, AJ? Oh, it's 2-pack. What's up, bro? Oh, please, I want to win.
But I don't game that much anymore.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Huh? I finally hit the Masters on support. On Overwatch, thanks for everything. Rank up Academy, Gold 1 all the way to Match 5 in 4 months. It's incredible. Good stuff, Larry.
No, it's fine. Go Luna like a
you like the pro scene? Not a big fan of the pro scene now.
I'm winning, bro. I'm winning. Finally again. Not anymore.
Some people say the gameplay isn't that different
you
looking
we've
from
got
gym to
fucking
pro,
80 on our
but
team.
it's way different.
Yeah, GG.
I would say that
Yeah,
it's
I lost 2 games
that
with him.
the
Fuck
difference
that guy.
between pro players
Bro, you just got
and
Jet
GM
with
players
Barnes
is more than
and
GM
shit.
players
I
to
was
bronze
on
players.
my
Kind
God.
of very difficult to determine, but
No excuses, bro.
big
Come on.
difference.
3, 2,
Because of you. Because of you.
1.
You're a bad influence.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Yeah, Venom, Mag, Shark, you know.
Damn, the wounds are gone. Thanks.
There, Wolverine.
Okay, I thought that we could kill this guy. Wow.
Oh.
Punisher's down.
Why is this guy grabbing me, man?
What?
Good at TP.
Damn, Jeff killed me with like 1 HP. I think I focused the tank a bit too much.
Body, maybe go wolf for the venom.
I'd have tried anked like the backline.
Back
Can
where
you
I
touch, buddy?
started.
Yeah, I can.
Where's our TP?
But I will die.
No shot, bro. No, yeah, AJ troller. GG. GG,
Like
man.
we just, if we just go wolf and Punisher, we just do the venom. He's just done with that.
Goodbye. Where's everyone?
Alright, that feels better.
What are they doing?
I'm hurt. A nice deep
Wolf.
Nice.
He thinks I let him kill him. No way I let him die.
Allez, contest.
Come point.
Yeah, come point. Too early, man.
4, 3, 2.
Oh my god, so much damage.
Oh, they're a bit awkward on our team, bro.
Oh my god.
What?
If you want, like I can go all.
Oh my god.
It's my
When is
main.
Rank Up Academy including CS2 or not anytime soon?
Khonshu, watch over me.
Counter-Strike is fundamentally different than hero shooters.
We need Mag instead of Strange Man. I'll touch.
Oh my eyes, man.
We need
Oh.
Mag, man.
I can't play Mag with Wolverine. I'm not playing Mag.
Oh, you prefer Strange against Wolf? No, man.
What
Mag,
do you
you
mean?
can-
This is
Mag, you
better,
can
bro.
double. No, Mag, you can double. Strange, you can
Why
do
MK so
anything.
satisfying except that they cap with 5.
So if a
fire,
Mag main on our team doesn't want to play Mag, I was a
Whoa.
feeling Mag gonna do better, bro.
Why they sound so depressed?
Bro, you got a full outfit, bro. Yo, can I just go wolf? To be honest. Oh,
Yep.
like please just let me go
Okay,
wolf.
okay. Yeah, okay. Go.
And it's gonna be way better to do this because I can already see where this is going.
Khonshu, watch over me.
Vortex field. Where am I? Invisible? Don't give them another inch.
Okay, does a bunch of damage.
The moon haunts you. I am vengeance. Rise and
What the? Fine. Oh! What the hell? He got so big! I killed 3, so... I killed support. I killed Mantis. I killed Wolverine. I killed Mag. We'll be able to win this surely, right? Okay. Oh my god, big berserker. Okay, go to his ulti. Now, check this out. Boom! Oh, how does he live that? No. Oh, he walked to the other side. I don't think they realized that he's flanking. Might have overextended a bit.
Far worse than that.
Do we live? Yeah, we do.
Together to victory! Bring on the chaos!
I am ready to put on a show!
Yeah, it's okay. Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh, it's so close. I can't believe I dodged for so long, bro. I lived with 1 HP for so long because I did dodge every shot of it.
Come on, Khonshu. Let me rest.
We talked about the Elite Deporter for the first 30 minutes of the stream, bro. Let's see some damage for the fight.
Nothing here. Suspicious.
Yeah.
Khonshu versus we should retreat.
Oh man. Why do I have Captain America running away from a Mantis?
Only 60 seconds left.
That's the boost I
Back
needed.
where I started.
Whatever.
I'm help. Better stop that vehicle. A nice. We are undefeatable.
Why is nobody touching?
The current score is 0.
After one playing Salok, do you think it's better to use her ulti when it comes up? We'll force healer ult, so we hold it until healers use their ulti. You don't wait until you healers use their ulti, you force healer ulti by doing that.
I tear through the cloudless night, just like the moon.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Being a living avatar of vengeance takes a lot out of a guy.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Locking dagger. So ass here.
We've been fighting crime since we were
Whatever.
Hey, that's my
Hit the gym. Think you should worry about yourself. I'm not Lord at MK. Play that often.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Point me towards the tombs. I owe them some extra scars. Got eyes on some
A gift from Khonshu. Needed that, thanks.
Where am I? Invisible? Still the best at what you do, Logan.
Oh man. Oh man, he blocked that shit, bro.
A nice deep freeze.
This is real
Melee.
power.
Nobody controls moonlight. Thank you very much. I am the light in the darkness.
Fear Magneto!
I am ready to put on a show. Shields up.
By the eye
What?
of Agamotto!
What happened to me? Do you guys have Turkish food in Israel? Depends on what you mean. You mean shawarma? Yes.
Get up,
We do.
my fist. Needed that, thanks.
Or to just die. Hello, John. What's up, bro?
I've come back from far worse than that. Rise and fall.
Is he not healing him on purpose, or what's not happening here? I think he's not healing him on purpose.
Love battlefield medicine.
What am I? Invisible? Deep freeze.
Something here worth looking at. Hey, check this place out.
Oh, I thought I could do something.
Only 60 seconds left. It's the grand finale.
Maximum!
Bye bye.
Undefeatable. Shields up.
Ah, let them use all the ultis, bro. Fine, we go next fight. I'm already set up behind. Already set up behind. All we have to do is wait until my team shows up, and when my team shows up, what we'll do is we're gonna pop ulti from behind, unless they're somehow watching my stream and they know I'm behind. Move your fat ass, guys. Come on. Apply pressure.
I am ready to put on a show. The final 10 seconds.
What? Why are they chasing me? I forced them in. They didn't know they had Luna. Okay, first Luna. Ah, DG, whatever. Hello, Bella.
Final score.
It is what it is. We tried.
3. Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Alright, let's do one more. Oh, they have now the animations and stuff. Isn't that like the Aquaman stuff or something? Okay. This skin looks kind of nice.
Not bad, eh, Khonshu?
But I really do need a BP skin. My BP. Wait, what is that? This one's pretty cool. I think I need a BP one. The BP one that I have, I play a lot of BP, and the BP one that I have is ugly as hell. So let's get a BP one. You help me choose. Which one do you guys think? This or this? This or the other one? This or the other one?
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Okay.
Are you ready to hunt?
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
I look for darker costumes. I don't know why. Well, sometimes I feel like the dark. Sometimes I feel like having the clean white ones. Sometimes I feel like having super dark skins. I think I like them both. I don't know what I'll choose. His default is good, yeah, but I like the ones that he doesn't have a mask. Yeah, the season 1 that I have, this one is so ugly. It's one of the worst skins in the game, I think. Not that I care too much about skins, but what the hell is that? Wait, they banned BP? Come on. Not cool. What do I want to play then? Not DP. Let's go Psylocke. Good old days, you know?
My mind is sharper.
Use different sense to different characters? No, same sense for every character.
And yet so strange.
Magic would be cool. Yeah, but Psylocke, bro.
You intrigue me. I have never encountered an Oni forged from metal.
Yeah, Macron's banning you. You're dumbass.
Demons. And where I come from, they are made of flesh and bone.
To be fair, I could say the same.
The battle starts in 5, 4,
Fucking dumb degenerates, bro, in my chat all the time.
1.
Farewell.
Where's everyone even? Alright. What's that?
Out of sight.
Okay. What? My bad. Took me too long to TP there. I mean, I couldn't TP after my ulti. Good ulti. What? I'm fucking.
Armed and dangerous! Again!
Get that vehicle moving again!
Then we have
Out of sight.
active force.
Where is he? Whoa! 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 What happened? I just disappeared off the map.
I don't give up so easily.
Rank up Academy and play Psylocke? That's pretty cool. Okay, these. Should have not even walked into the cloak and dagger. I'm not sure why I did that. Should have just waited. I'm not sure why he's ulting. They're both 200 HP and they have no support and no DPS. No. Why did I walk? Why did I dash in? What am I doing?
Only 60 seconds
We need to force the invisible when ulti. Then we can.
Step aside.
Then I can ulti for free.
Some assistance, please.
Arako's soul must not be farewell.
Okay.
Out of sight.
Oh, it's fucked up, bro. Okay, good for this ulti. Where's my fucking dagger? What the hell is this?
Second chance is over. Us against the world.
Nope.
Magneto! Armed and dangerous! Again! Again!
Alright. That is now a little better. Okay, now we're doing a little better.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I didn't could hit Maven. But I guess you can. Where am I?
Healing power.
The enemy has arrived. That's better.
The true battle takes place here.
What? Why didn't he slash the cloak and dagger for like two slashes? Did you see how it just no-regged 2 slashes? Oh, oops. Where are they? Over here.
Step aside. You're halfway there. Keep going. Only 60 seconds left.
Us against the world. Armed and dangerous. Again.
Ah, it's so close to him. It's okay, good res. Kidding me, bro. This is 1 HP, Emma. Come on. I have no heals.
The final 10 seconds.
My hunt continues.
I have no heals, bro.
Step aside.
Is he touching? No.
The current
Yes.
score is 1.
That
2,
Invis definitely
0.
stream snamming. It could be. Yeah, it could be. I don't know why he
Time to
decided to
switch
randomly
things
click
up,
shift there when I wasn't
including
moving,
which
but it's okay.
side you're on.
My Odachi is sharp. My mind is sharper.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
I still haven't chosen my mains. I'm too indecisive. I'm still working getting everyone to Lord. That's a really good way to not rank up ever. But good luck. What rank is this? I got Decayed, but I'm still Eternity.
Slay demons. This should be easy.
This deserves your attention.
Is Psylocke your favorite DPS to play? Yeah. Beat that and BP and Moon Knight. I like that BP and Moon Knight.
Your helmet guards you from psionic ability.
What do you think about Namor without heal team up? It's alright. Not bad. Not amazing. Pretty good. Solid.
I see.
You think Hulk is a good tank? Yes.
Quite the contrary. I simply want to be the one who is wielding the sword.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I require some aid. Your attacks are futile. Our foes have arrived. How do they resist?
Not sure why I click Invis.
Okay, bro.
Alright, just get out.
Out of sight. Out of sight.
But this guy.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Psionic leap. Disappear! The enemy has arrived.
Yeah, you're hooking it.
For mutant kind!
What?
Sayonara.
They shall not escape us now.
Us against the world.
Perhaps you are the leader.
Yeah, that was good.
Save your soul on them, Psylocke. Stay
Save your
together,
soul.
stay together. They're gonna Psylocke. Stay together.
Nice pick. Use diamond form, have to disengage. Solid. I'm back in. 3, 2, 1. Bam, bam, bam. Die.
They're gonna.
I did. I didn't touch. I failed. No touch.
Again! Second chance is over.
What a difference. Sayonara.
Oh fuck, where am I going, bro?
This will confuse them.
Better stop that vehicle.
Where? Okay.
Emma 1, yeah.
Our enemy is
They've made it halfway. Stop them.
With no rig.
Out of sight.
Against the world.
I fucked up. And I'm like, where am I going half this time? It's over.
I have step aside.
Nice try. Alright, we got a pick. Very good. We don't die here. What? Steam?
As cold-hearted as your name ruthless silence. Step aside. Just what I like. Some uninvited guests. Out of sight. Disappear! You found my weak spot. What a difference.
Okay.
Final score 1-2-2.
Have attack advantage. GG. GG. Empty.
Well, you can't
How good do you
expect
think
to win
Ultron
them
is? I
all.
think he's alright. Nice try. Either way, guys, I'm done for the day. It was nice to have a watch party, and also in Marvel Rivals yesterday was Overwatch. So, whoa, Decay got me really down. Either way, if you're interested in getting coached, join Rank Up Academy, rankupacademy.gg. Check out my new 2 shorts on YouTube and TikTok. If I think it's gonna be super helpful. If you'd like to rank up, and you have a lovely rest of the day, lovers tonight. Peace for now, guys.